Yo, 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 what's good, people? It's another live watch along. This time you see the colors, people. Jamaica is in action, facing Trinidad and Tobago. No, this is not a dream. We are playing Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, this is the Unity Cup this time, though, 2025 from the GTech Stadium in London, England, Brentford Stadium. Yes, people, so we're here for all the action. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. We're about 20 minutes from kickoff, but I have all the pre-match for you. We have the lineups. I'm going to put the tactical board on screen and show you guys what it's going to look like on the field for both teams. And yeah, we're going to tell you about what to look forward to in this matchup. I have some late team news as well, and we're going to see that in the revealing of the team today. I'm sure most of you would have seen the starting lineup by now. Came out about what? I'd say about 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. So we are going to get it on screen for you guys momentarily. So people, like, share, and subscribe. That's the most important thing you can do for us. Please do like, share, and subscribe. We'll have the ticker on the screen. If people need a way to watch the game, the best way, people, support the JFF by getting a membership to the JFF Live channel. That will be the best way to watch the program. It is $9.99 a month for the membership. So yeah, just go ahead and check in with them, and that way you can watch the game. All right, so let's save this. Okay, so we're gonna have the ticker running with the game score. We'll update that as soon as it happens. Up, chorus, up. Yeah, I'm late, bro. Sorry. Life. Are you doing a Discord? It's giving me trouble updating my payment method. Ooh, that's not good. Look, I wasn't. I was trying not to because I thought it would. I think people would probably take that option faster than signing up, and I don't want to. But Rob Smith, just let me know if you're still having trouble like closer to the game, because it won't be a problem for me to throw it in there. No. But I wasn't really planning on it, honestly. I figure that might, infringe, and trying to keep them, can get the most them can get. Sebastian, big up, my brother. Respect. Yeah, we're playing Trinidad again. It is not a dream. It's not deja vu. We're playing them. All right, so let me get on the screen, people. I'm going to show you guys in real time how the lineups are going to look. So let me go to my information here. I have the starting lineups here put down. So let's see. All right, so we'll start out, of course. You're gonna try to get to the desktop. All right, yeah. I was on the fence, bro. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it or not. I thought maybe it wouldn't be the right thing to do, but we'll see. All right, so this is the starting lineup for Jamaica, people. In goal. Shaq Davis in goal. Sorry, I didn't even share the screen. So Shaquan Davis in goal for Jamaica, people. Shaquan Davis in goal. We were having a debate, who would be the captain for the team. It looks like Amari Bell. Amari Bell will be the captain. I believe he'll play left back. We're number 3 today, so that's Amari Bell. Now, in the back line, we have Mason Holgate back into the starting lineup. The last time we saw him was not the best outcome at the end of the fixture. Of course, he left the field with a red card. He's back again to start tonight. Good form for his championship club towards the end of the season, so want to see him again. He will be partnering Richard King this time in the back line. Last time I don't believe it was Richard King he was playing with back there. So let's see how that partnership looks today. So Richard King, 4 days removed from the JPL final, being victorious there, playing 120 minutes, flying over. He will be starting today, Richard King. At right back, usually our starting right back for the last couple of years, Dexter Lembekisa. He will be back at right back. Better end to the season than what we saw in the windows he would have played for Jamaica towards the end of last year. He was at Barnsley with John Russell, getting a lot more game time towards the end. So Dexter Lembikisa should be in decent nick for this fixture. Now in midfield, this is a midfield that people have spoken about. And I think it's going to look like this. Isaac Hayden will be in the midfield with Jonathan Russell, the player from Barnsley that had a very good end to the season. Actually, completely, the entire season had a really good season. Highest output ever goals in terms of goals for him. And he'll be in that midfield. I think he'll have a little more license, but I think both of them will get forward when they can, and the other will make sure to cover. So that will be Hayden and Russell. Interested to see how that partnership forms in the midfield. Then Casey Palmer will start as well. I think he'll be playing a bit more advanced role, which for me is where he needs to play if he is going to play. So it will be good to see him in that advanced role. I think he's a player that really needs to convince a lot of Jamaican fans that he should be in this national team. Ronaldo Cephas will start, and I believe he'll play off the left. Could be off the right as well, but I think he'll be off the left. I think Kahim Dixon will be off the right on the side with Lembikisa over here. And I think that Romain Borrell will play up front for Jamaica today. So that is what I think the lineup will look like. Again, the only thing that could change, you may see a setup where I think one thing about this midfield that I like, at any given time, you could see them make it a 3 in that midfield, you know, but I think it will start more in this shape with Palmer a little bit more advanced, kind of tucking in behind Borrell. So I think it will look something like this from the start. I think typically when Jamaica plays, you know, Dixon could become a more of an inside forward. Lembikisa will provide the width down the right, and this will kind of be the shape of the team when we're building out. A lot of times we see that. Sometimes we see this where the wing backs are wide, right? And we'll see Hayden come and split the two center backs. So it just depends on what they want to do in the build-up phase, but I think the midfield is pretty interchangeable. I know Casey Palmer does belong a little higher up the pitch, but we have seen him operate in that 8 role as well. As long as he doesn't have to function as a 6, I think he can do a job for Jamaica. But I like the fact that he'll be playing more in an attacking role today, a little more license to create. I think that's really what he wants to do. But this, I think, will be the shape of the team starting out. So that is the starting lineup, people. In the comment section, let me know what kind of score out of 10 you give that. I want you guys to note as well the people on the bench. So Benjamin Williams, Portmore is a goalkeeper there. Stephen Young, centre back. Brandon Cover, we know he can play right back, right midfield, very versatile. Ravel Morrison on the bench, number 10. He probably will come on at some point in the second half, I think. Daniel Green, Mount Pleasant, can play on the wing, can play number 10. I think he's more effective out wide. We'll see how the coach deploys him today. And the reason why I'm saying all these players are going to get deployed is because if you look at outfield players on the bench, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. McCullough makes 5. Ming makes 6. And Lee makes 7. So we have 7 outfield players on the bench. I think in this fixture, 6 subs is what you'll be able to make because it's a friendly. For it to be an official friendly, we do have to stay on that 6 subs for the game, right? So that to me will be how the Jamaica team will start and set up. So let me take a look at the comment section, see what you guys think about the starting lineup. Please give me a number out of 10 people, 1 to 10. What you guys think about Jamaica's starting lineup? Do you think that I have it right on the screen? Let me know. Let me know, people. We're getting closer and closer. We're only 10 minutes by my watch from kickoff, people. So we need to get the likes up on the video. A lot of my fellow YouTubers in the space are also live. Yeah, man, make sure the guys make the rounds and like up everyone's video. The more successful we are, the more info we can get out to you, and you guys decide where you want to get your info from. But remember, do your checks, right? Don't listen to what I said, don't listen to what anybody else said. Just take it in as information and then go do your own checks and form your opinion, right? But yeah, man, the more love you show to the space, the more content, the more quality you will get back, hopefully. At least that's my intention. So big up to all the other ones putting in the work as well. We are here as well putting in our work, because if you want good, he knows how to run people. Big up, big up, big up, Joe Ross. The mud for the channel. Big up yourself. I guess you agree with how I set it up. That is good. Bless up Swamptivity. We are stay far from the swamp, bro. We are stay far from the swamp. What time is the game, Bertha? Andre Bertha himself. The game is at 2:45, so we're 10 minutes out. Probably bets we could do 8. 8 subs? No, I don't think it's 8. Thought Brown would get the start because we know him, because he know him. Well, I think Warner Brown's, if you're looking on, Warner Brown isn't even on the bench for this fixture, people. So I believe he got in late. I think he didn't get in until yesterday. So I think he's just being held out until the game on the 31st. Jet lag, didn't even get a chance to train, really. Probably just had a recovery session today, while the other players would have had their recovery and a training session. So probably smart for the welfare of the player, especially if you want to use him moving forward. You don't want to use him and picks up an injury or something like that. So we'll see him on the 31st, I think, because based on what I've heard, he did get in late just yesterday. So BM said where to watch. Well, BM, the best place to watch, people, JFF Live. Spend your $9.99 to subscribe to the channel, and they will have it live. They will have it live. We'll give this lineup at 8. Okay. So Rob was giving the lineup at 8. Got you. Swamptivity said give it at 8. I don't think the coach could do any better. Good selection. All right. Yeah, I think all things considered, this is pretty much what I thought we would see. I figured it would be one of Bell or Lee. I was on the defense, because I wasn't sure if he was gonna start like Bell at center back and Lee at left back, but I thought King might be a struggle just because of him just playing the final and everything, but he's gone with King, which clearly he's seen enough from him in training that he's recovered in time and doing well. So I have no issues with that. Lembikisa, I figured he would start. In my mind, I was thinking Hayden Russell Palmer always. I didn't think Ravel would start coming into the team late. And then Cephas, Burrell, and Dixon, with no Javon East in the team, who was listed in the Unity Cup squad, but clearly not on the field or on the bench today. Dixon made the most sense just as far as who the coach has worked with already and who else is in this team. We saw Mikel Antonio in training, but clearly it's too soon to put him on the field. So he's not on the bench. So Roman Burrell, really the only other quote-unquote striker in the team currently. We have Cephas and Dixon, who could play that role. Daniel Green could play that role. Don't think that's Green's most effective role, so hopefully that's not where they put him today. So I think Roman Burrell will have to pretty much lead the line for the 90 minutes, I think, based on what we have as options off the bench. Yeah, Jamaica versus TNT, Mas. Big up yourself, Mas. Big up yourself. Some new players. TNT too. Yeah. We have TNT's lineup as well. So let we not disrespect our opponents, people. Have TNT's lineup. Let me get that on screen. Let me get TNT's lineup on the screen for you guys. All right, so this is what I think will happen, people. This is what I think will happen, people. Hold on 1 second. Let me just send this real quick. People, while I'm getting this ready, please do smash the like button. Please do smash up that like button, people. Smash that like button. All right, so we have the starting lineup, people. We have, let's go to Trinidad. We have Marvin Phillip in goal. We've seen him before for Trinidad, so he's back in the goal. Jelani Peters, he'll be on the back line. Looks like they're going to be set up in a back three. So I think this is what it will look like. Jelani Peters on that right side. Jack in there as well. And Andre Raymond, which I don't think he will play here. So I think this might actually be a back four. So Raymond, Jack, Peters, and the veteran, and I think he might be the captain today, Alvin Jones. So that will be the back four for Trinidad. I think it will be a back four, people. Then, let's see. Based on these names, I could definitely see it being somewhat of a 4-2-3-1. So I know Leacock will lead the line, Isaiah Leacock, right? He will be starting up front for them. I think Kevin Molino will play just behind him in the midfield. Dante Gilbert, he'll be one of the central players, as well as Phillips. Something ain't right here. Yeah, Daniel Phillips, the number 8. Looks like we're getting the coverage, people. But I'm going to finish putting out this team. Noah Powder, he'll probably be on one of the flanks. I'd say he'll probably be out on the right. And then the exciting talent from Crystal Palace gets the start. Rio Cardenas, big time player for their PL2 team for the last couple of years now, still only 18 years of age, I believe. Actually just turned 19. So yeah, he's a very good player. So look out for him today, people. So those are the two 11s. I think that's how it will be set up, matching 4-2-3-1s. Like I said, Sofa Score right now has the Trinidad team listed as a 3-5-2. We'll see if they are correct or not. And people, let me know if you guys do need the Discord setup, because I can easily set it up for you guys. Like I said before, people, the best way, go ahead and support the JFF. JFF Live is a membership subscription. Pay your $9.99, and yeah, you will have it there. So that's what I suggest, people. Give them the support. Don't run away from supporting. Nothing wrong with showing some support, so please do that. I will be throwing it in my Discord. I know not everybody can get the JFF Live subscription. I believe if you're in Jamaica, it's no good. I don't believe you can get it from Jamaica, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I don't think you can. But yeah, I'll be showing it in the Discord if you guys need it. You know my style, people. I cannot turn up the volume in there. I'll have it up a little. So if you can turn it up on your device, then you'll be good. But yeah, it is showing on there in the Discord. Right now, we're getting the national anthem for Trinidad. So let's show some respect. Yeah, we can sing ours. But people, remember, please do smash the like button, share, subscribe. I didn't even have any time to share my own damn video because I was running so late. But yeah, the people them look like they are good to go. Like I said, people, let me throw this in the comment section just in case you guys are not members of my Discord yet. Let's see, copy. I'm gonna throw this in the comment section for you guys. People only on 18 likes, people. Come on. Yeah, it's in London. It's in London, Moss. It's in London. Son say 1-0 TNT. Yeah, drop your score prediction. Drop your score prediction. Bless up float management. Bless up float management. Oh, go on. Bless up float. Yeah, man, Pinnock Place. Start a poll. Who will win? Jamaica, Trinidad, and Tobago. So just put a poll in the comment section, people, and please do drop your score predictions before the game kicks off. Jamaica's anthem is being played as we speak. You see Jamaica in the yellow kit. We love to see it. I prefer the black one, everybody knows this. But yeah, good to see the Jamaican fans in the building waving their flags. You see the starting 11. Proud day for Amari Bell, I'm sure. Captain in the team. Looks like a windy day in London. And by the sound and looks of things, it's a pretty good turnout, people. That's good to see. Yo, if you can't score upon Marvin Phillip, bro, something wrong with you. Marvin Phillip look like a beer doubles in meeting, brother. People, drop your score predictions. Drop your score predictions. Drop your score predictions, people. So that is the starting lineup, as you can see, for both teams. Well, let me get rid of that ball. That ball is just in the way. Oh, I never put this in the... Okay, hold on. One more thing I never do. So people, if you guys need a way to watch the game, just click on the pin link in the comment section, people. Follow the instructions and you'll be watching it. So they do have it as a 4-3-3, Palmer and Russell either side of Hayden. I did mention that you have Dixon through the middle and Burrell on the right. So that's going to be interesting to see if that's actually how it's going to play out on the pitch. But I did mention that the versatility of the midfield, you could see Hayden central with both players flanking. So they do have it on screen as a 3-4-3 with Cardenas on the right and Raymond on the left, Powder and Phillips central, Gilbert on the right wing, and Leacock and Molino either on Leacock through the middle, Molino on the left. I am interested to see if that's actually how it is because I've seen these players play, and the Raymond one is okay because he can play left midfield. Alvin Jones, getting a little bit older now. Maybe he's not bombing up the field as much. So I could see him playing that right centre back. So yeah, this could actually be what they're playing. So it's a 3-4-3 from Trinidad and a 4-3-3 from Jamaica based on the graphic. So let me just show anybody that's not seeing the graphic. This is how they had it for Trinidad. Peters, Jack, Alvin, Raymond here, Gilbert here, Powder and Phillips central, which is I don't think that's how it is, because Powder is a more attacking player and Cardine is on this right side. So that's how they have Trinidad set up. And Jamaica, this is the only thing that they had different on their screen. Dixon through the middle, Burrell this side. So that's how they had it on the screen. Let's see if that's how it is on the pitch. Yes, people. All right, it looks like people coming forward into the Discord. Big up on yourself. As I said before, people, I will commentate the match. So there'll be no need for you guys to worry about hearing it in there. And it looks like it's a Premier League referee, Sam Barrett. So we can expect some bad calls today, people. The Premier League have the worst refs. But Sam Barrett is the ref today. Familiar face for those who watch the Premier League. Not one of those refs that would get most of the bigger fixtures. So unless you watch a whole heap of ball like me, you might not know this guy. But yes, he looks familiar. Sam Barrett. He's actually not bad. He's not bad still. All right, people, we're at kickoff now. Remember, smash up the like button, people. I will be looking at the game more than anything. So big up on yourself. Thanks for tuning in. And the game has kicked off, people. So it looks like a back four, as I thought, for Trinidad. Jamaica in a back four as well. And it looks like Palmer is a little more advanced. So you can't watch the graphics on the screen, people. Well, maybe Jamaica is in the 4-3-3 because Russell is pushing upfield. Palmer is dropping deeper. Here's Bell inside, drop back nicely to Holgate. Holgate on that left side of the defense. King closer to Lembikisa here. Dixon does start on the right-hand side. Good run from Russell down the wing. First touch is very good. He beats his marker into the box. Ooh, that's good play down the right-hand side by Jamaica. Good pressing as well from Kaim Dixon. And it's going to be a throw to Trinidad on this right-hand side. Good run from Russell beyond Dixon. Dixon played it on the line. Russell did well to get by his marker and tried to curl one into Burrell. Well cut out by Peters, I think it was, at the near post. Raymond clears that one. One in the air by King. First touch, Molino here. Finds Phillips in midfield. Good shielding. Does well to play it back to Peters. Peters turns nicely and trying to find, I believe that was Leacock there, but it was too far out of his reach. But good footwork from Peters there. He was shaped like he was going to play it back to his keeper. Spun out of the pressure nicely. Dwight York wearing a number 19 cap in case he runs out later. Here's Shaquan Davis. Poor clearance, but Hayden does well to clean it up. Here's Holgate. Chips it over the onrushing Cardenas. Here comes Amari Bell down the left-hand side. Acres of space. Decides to use it. Passes it out left to Cephas, and Cephas miscontrols out of touch for a throw. Down the line. Shield up here. Good play as well. Molino inside. And he can't find Gilbert down this left side. That's cut out by Peters again. And Raymond is under pressure. He clears. So it looks like Trinidad is playing a 3/5 system. You see Peters, Jack, and Jones as the back three. Raymond pushes up to play like a left midfield role in possession. And it's almost like it's not even, it's a 3/4, because out of possession, Raymond just drops back to a traditional left back. And the rest of the defense just kind of forms its shape to make a back four. So a bit of a modern type of system by York here, both in and out of possession. Palmer does well, beats a few players, and he's taken out. And I know the fans like that run from Palmer there. That's one of the things I've been complaining about him. Beat people in the midfield and drive away from them. He was able to do that with Powder. Was about to get by Phillips, lost his footing and was given a foul. Cephas does well to get by Jones, and he's taken out there. That's a nasty challenge, you know. Jones not happy with that call, but it was quite a clear foul. And, you know, Jones maybe a few years back wouldn't worry about pace, but as I said before, he's getting a little bit older. Playing in the TNT PL now. Cephas holding his ankle. So Bell, Russell, King, and Burrell all at the 18-yard box. And now Holgate joins them as well. This is Casey Palmer. This is the type of situation that Casey Palmer can endear himself to the fans, I think, because he has good quality on set pieces, but maybe we haven't seen it enough in the Reggae Boyz colors. So this will be an opportunity to play a good ball into the box from a good angle. You just want to get the right whip and height to get it over that first line and drop it before the goalkeeper can play it. So let's see if he can execute. 5th minute of play. Here's Casey Palmer. Whips it in. Not good enough after 2 in the wall that jumped. And this is going to go out for a throw into Jamaica. And I think we have seen under McLaren, any throwing in this type of area is a long throw. So it looks like Amari Bell is the designated long thrower. Usually it's Ethan Pinnock, but he's obviously not playing today. Not in the squad. Pretty sure he's in the building though. It's at his home stadium of Brentford. Here's Amari Bell. Throws it long. Not sure why he was the man tasked with the long throw. He doesn't look to have the strength. He might as well just try to build, because Amari Bell can't throw it far enough. And Steve McLaren again up in the stands. We've seen this as his style recently. Wants to watch the game from up in the stands. So he's a bit behind the bench, just up in the crowd, getting a different view. Here's Amari Bell with the long throw. Russell is under it, but it's cleared by Trinidad. Only as far as, oh, and that was a good strike from, was it Dixon who took that strike? Not sure who took that strike. It was deflected, but luckily for Marvin Phillip, it went straight to him. Here's the replay. It was Peters with the initial header, then Molino, and then Dixon said, why not from distance with his left foot? Could have deflected anywhere, but deflected right to the goalkeeper. Here's Trinidad now. Cardenas for the first time on the ball. Does well to reverse the pass out to Powder. Powder tries to drop it back to Phillips, and Phillips shields and is taken out by Russell. Foul. Play quickly does Trinidad. Here's Peters. Peters advancing, being pressed. Forced to turn back now. Goes to Jack in the middle. Jack finds Cardenas. Cardenas, good first touch. Back to Jack. Now to Peters. This is good patience from Trinidad here. Here's Raymond. Raymond goes down the line. Played back from Gilbert to Raymond. Exchanges passes with Molino. This is good possession from Trinidad. Here's Molino. Gilbert back to Molino. Molino trying to break the lines, but Jamaica doing a good job of closing the gaps, forcing him back. Here's Peters again. And this is good from Trinidad. Now it breaks down. Dixon can't win the ball in the air, and Hayden does well to clean up. At the feet of Burrell, can he win it back? He's pressing, harassing, but can't win it. But it's back at Jack now in defense. Here's Jones. Over to Peters. Trinidad getting into a nice passing rhythm here. Not attacking us in any way, but just getting comfortable with the ball and their movements. And I must say that they're making themselves available very well. Jamaica doing a good job of screening space, but they're still having that one spare man at all times. And this is Trinidad trying to get forward now, but Gilbert again forced back. So this is good discipline from Jamaica. You can see Trinidad trying to break the lines, but Jamaica not leaving much space in midfield. And that's cut out now by Jamaica. Jamaica can break. That's a good ball to Burrell into the channel. He's into the box now. Can he cut it back to Dixon? He can! Dixon! Ooh! Dixon hits the side netting. Oh, it was a good try. Very good movement. That's what you want to see. When your central player goes wide right, you want that right wide player to fill in for him, and that's exactly what happened. So the ball is played by Russell very well. Good weight on it to Burrell. He takes it in his stride. Brilliant cut back to Dixon, and he took it on his left foot, which I thought he would just get behind it and use his right, but he couldn't quite sort out his feet, so he kind of hit his heel, and it wasn't side netting. It was well wider than that. I thought that looked a lot closer in real time. Ooh, he didn't get salad by Leacock there. Here comes Gilbert. Gilbert cutting in on his right foot, looking for the pass. Good switch off play to Cardenas. A lot of space on top of the box, and that's poor from Cardenas. Too much power on the cross. Good opportunity for Trinidad there. That was the first time they were really broke through Jamaica easily. I must say, Cardenas, the last time I saw this kid, it's like the last 2 years, the man became a man. He looked like a grown-up now. The last time I saw him, he was looking like a little picnic on the field. He's 19 now, and I don't know what he's eating over in Crystal Palace, but he looks like an adult big man now. Good pressing again from Russell. Well done by Hayden, winning the second ball. Here's Dixon. Dixon with space. Has Russell wide. Plays it short to him. Good 1-2. Good step over from Dixon. He's into the box, and he's fouled as well. Is that a penalty? Oh, it's not a penalty, people. It's outside the box. But good 1-2. Good link up from Russell and Dixon there. And that's good football from Jamaica, I must say. Dixon had space. Russell Gave him the option wide when he passed it, didn't admire his pass, made the run. Russell played him in stride, good step over, beats Peters, and that's so close to being a penalty. Noah Power on the edge of that 18-yard box. Let me see the replay again. Oh, it's the initial one from Peters. Yes, it's outside. It's outside. It's not even Powder who fouled him. It was Peters. But Powder gets the yellow card. Boy, I tell you about mistakes that referees make, you know. Is the brother behind Dixon tripping a while ago, you know. We beat with the step over, you know. But them say Powder get it. Ah, big up, Leroy, big up. Yo, send me some clips and pictures and thing, man. I'll play it for the people watching and show them the pics. But I hope you full enjoy the game. Dixon came close just now. Very, very nice move by Jamaica. Here's Casey Palmer. Just talked about making his mark. Casey! Oh, side netting. Good try, Palmer. Good try. Yo, Jamaica, knock it, bro. We'll play some ball. We actually have find it. That was a nice attempt by Casey, though. I must say. Ooh. Another foul for Jamaica. Trinidad succumbing to the early pressure. Jamaica really on the front foot here. Another yellow card to Trinidad. This time Phillips. So their two central midfielders, Powder and Phillips, look like they are on a yellow, and it's Russell harassing again, twice winning the ball, and then good skill. Why, coach? Look how long may tell ever pick the ball up. Bombard. See all them something a star. Sure. Brother, I asked about the man about, no, it's when? October last year. And the man say, oh, my friend told me about him. Call the man a play star. Jamaica 2-1. Let's see. Why Jamaica look like them out for score, you know. Jack telling his line to move up. That's dangerous though, because that space where Russell is standing now, just can you get the ball right there, sir? Please, Russell look like I'm going to screen. Good ball! Ooh, Jamaica needs to get in that space. That was a perfect ball by Palmer. But Peters did well to clear. So Palmer looks like his compass is working. The last two free kicks pretty good. That's brilliant. Good pace on it as well. No Jamaican gambling there. Just didn't quite time the run. Didn't have the speed on the run. All right, here's Palmer now from the right. Should be an out swinging corner. Jamaicans getting ready to attack. Oh, and is that a corner again? It is a corner again. King looked like he was getting ready to swing that right foot. We have seen him score from corners as well. He actually strikes the ball very clean, King, most of the time. So I wouldn't put it past him to score that if it wasn't cut out. This one's a set piece routine, not bad. And the flick goes to Marvin Phillip in goal. Looks to go long quickly on the counter. That's easily cut out by Bell. Cardenas wins the second ball, and now he runs away from his challenge from Cephas, half-hearted really. And that's good hold-up play from Leacock. He plays it wide to Raymond. Back to Phillips. Phillips to Powder. Powder. Oh, that's Molino. Sorry. Here's Powder now. Powder goes wide to Cardenas. Behind him, had to check. Here's Molino. Whips it in. Good shape on that ball, but good covering from Jamaica. Dexter sees it out for a goal kick. Gilbert applauds the effort though. It was a good shape on the cross, but maybe the timing of the run not quite there. Caught on his heels a bit. So there's Steve McLaren in the crowd. Steve McLaren being told that those are somebody's seats. So he slides down a few seats. Here's Richard King, Holgate. Over to Bell. It's good football from Jamaica. Just relaxed possession here. Nothing wrong with this. I love how many options I see. Palmer dropping deep now to get on the ball. And here's Bell. and he has Cephas infield. Acres of space. Cephas clips it to the right. Here's Dixon. Drops it off to Russell nicely. Russell onto his left foot. He didn't quite catch that one. But good footwork at the top of the box. And you see, John Russell is a tall player, but you can see why he scored so many goals in League One this year. He's always right there, making that late movement into the box, combining with the strikers. Burrell made a really good run, Russell could have played him in there, but he faked the pass, beat the player, and he just was closed down a bit too quickly for him to get off a clean left foot shot. But good start to the game from Jamaica and Russell. Dixon as well looking lively. I like the movement of Burrell, the energy of Burrell. I did say when I saw the limited clips of Burrell that I think Jamaican fans will like him because he's an energetic player. Jamaica really does gravitate towards players that are energetic. I think sometimes we might miss the more cerebral type players. We don't really rate them as much, but I think Burrell is the energetic type of player. You can see his movement already. Made one good run that set up Dixon's finish. And I thought that play just now where Russell cut in on his left, it was his movement that really gave Russell that angle to shape to play the pass and cut in on his left foot. So I like the movement and I like the pressing as well. Not static as a striker. It's a wayward pass by Hayden, but still secure. Here's Holgate. He plays it over to King. King in acres of space. Decides to go long down the left, and that's a brilliant ball to Cephas. Can he cross it? And he goes to the near post. Not sure why. Dixon is wide open in the box. I don't know why Cephas shot that with his left foot towards the near post, people, but that was a brilliant ball by Richard King, it must be said. Really the first time I've seen Jamaica go direct with a pass like that, and it was definitely why a lot of times you need to just build up to that, because Jamaica hadn't been showing that look all game, and that's why when he finally went to it, it was so effective. Good tackle from behind by Burrell again. You see his energy. Here's Dixon now, being chased. Still on the ball, beats his player, cuts back onto his left foot. Doesn't quite get the strength on the cross though, and it's cut out by Phillips. And Phillips can play out to Molino. Here is Lembikisa doing well to track back and has to force him back. Here's Molino. Back to Raymond. And you can see Trinidad just want to get their foot on the ball for a second here. Jamaica is really on the front foot in this first half so far. But now Trinidad finally play out. Here comes Alvin Jones. His first time getting into Jamaica's half. He has a good shot on him, and he goes for it. And a bit of a rebound opportunity from Davis, but he was quick to gather and dive back on it. And Jones never shy from taking a long shot. Soon as he saw any daylight, went for it, and Davis perhaps could have let that one go wide. What just happened here, people? John Star. People, sometimes when you're trying to find games, you're going to see some madness. So yeah, don't judge me. We're back up and gunning though, people. Get this off the screen real quick. All right, cool. Anybody in the Discord, I apologize. Sometimes that's gonna happen, See if I can get that off the screen for no car. That shouldn't be there. There we go. All right, cool. Back to normal, people. John, sorry. This one's played wide. That's a good ball. Raymond on the ball. Dixon beaten too easily there. He's into the box. Crossed. King cut it out. Falls to Phillips. And that's going to be a corner kick. But good closing down by Jamaica. He was about to unleash a shot from the top of the box. And two midfielders closed quickly, Palmer and Hayden. I believe the deflection came off Hayden. Dixon needs to do a bit better there. It was beaten too easily by Raymond. But Jamaica did well to clean up for Kahim. Good thing about the stands here, it looks like most of the areas right close to pitch side are full. You know, those top stands are not as full, which is to be expected. I mean, wouldn't expect it to be a sellout, but it's going to be interesting to see like what's the comparison with the crowd with the Ghana Nigeria match tomorrow compared to today. I think Saturday's game might be even better attended as well because all four nations will play that day, you know, so that could be a situation where, you know, more fans show up. Cardenas took the corner and it was actually a double ricochet. Hayden headed it at the near post and then it came straight back off of Gilbert for a goal kick. So Jamaica again building up. Holgate with a poor first touch, cleans it up well back to Hayden in the middle. Hayden being pressed from behind, sees the player, does well, plays it to Bell. Bell slips, but does get it down the pitch to Cephas. And the ball went out, Jano. Cephas had robbed Alvin Jones. I was going to be in on the left-hand side, but they said the ball went out on the far side, so I throw into Trinidad. Jano star. So he said Jamaica good to go a while ago, you know, man. Good pressing again from Burrell, but this time he fouls. I just like how this man want to win every ball. I'm telling you, Jamaica going to like this kid, you know, man. Well, not kid, because he's about 24. Young man. Yet to see him on the ball a lot, though, to be honest. But the pressing is good. Trinidad still trying to fully get the rhythm of their passing game. I think Dwight York would probably want to see a bit more creative actions, attacking actions in the game. They've really been losing around this midfield third most of the time. Good ball out to Cephas. What can he do? He's coming into the box. Pick your head up, sir. And it's a penalty. Well done. Well done. I don't know if VAR is in play. Jack cannot believe the penalty was given. If Cephas picked his head up, he had an easy cut back pass to Russell. But hey, he went for the trickery and looks like he has won a penalty. Let's see the replay. It is Jack. And I think the referee has that spot on, you know. Let's see again. Beats him. Yes, that's a foul. That is a foul. That is a foul. Running full speed. You cannot take his legs out. And Cephas did that very clever, I must say. Just made it look like he was going to do the push down the left. Just dip the shoulder and cut it back inside. And then that second touch to push it past him after the cut inside was very good wing play. And it was a good call from the referee, I think. Here's Casey Palmer. And he goes for the Panenka. Go! Casey Palmer, I think the crowd will love that one. The Panenka is in there. The Jamaicans all meet him at the corner flag. And it's 1-0 to Jamaica. And I must say, even the most avid Trinidad fan would have to agree, Jamaica is good value for this 1-0 lead. Very good game so far from Jamaica. I like everything about it so far, I must say. And that was just confidence from Casey Palmer. Really had the energetic run up like he was going to just blast it. And then the Panenka chip. Well executed there by Palmer. Marvin Phillip tried to have the second effort, but it didn't work. He kisses the badge. 1-0 to Jamaica, people. Roman Burrell getting some instructions from McLaren from what he has seen up in the stands. Let me make sure that I adjust the score here. because it is 1-0 to Jamaica, people. Good value as well. Good value as well. I think they deserve a goal, how they've been playing so far. Casey Palmer with the Panenka goal, people. 1-0 to Jamaica. People, please smash the like button for that goal. Drop a super chat for that goal. Do it all for that goal. Casey Palmer, well done. I'm very surprised his season turned out the way it did at Hull City. I thought, when he initially got there, when he looked at their team, they were really devoid of that creative area in the midfield. But he just couldn't. Oh, what a play from Cephas there. What a flick around the corner. You have to give it back to him. He does. Brilliant. Just put it in the box. What a ball! Oh, come on! Borrell. You couldn't reach that, man. Yo, good try, Cephas. Good try, Cephas. Brilliant flick by Cephas to start that play. And then the timing and the pass from Palmer was brilliant. He just couldn't quite get the angle right on the pass, though. Damn. Good idea, Cephas. Good idea. I love that, though. Jamaica play good people. I can't cuss them, I swear. So it looked like York. Oh, I thought York was taking McLaren style, but he's just sitting on the bench. York doesn't look very happy, though, I must say. Trinidad yet to really impose themselves on the game. I mean, they're tidy and neat, but it's all breaking down when they get into the attack, and that's definitely a foul on Holgate, and it's probably a yellow card too. Yeah, that's a yellow, bro. Holgate, you really like to kick down people, man. This man always defend like that from the knowing. And that's the first time Trinidad was really able to break the lines right in the middle of our team. And Holgate panicked a bit. I mean, he didn't really need to make that challenge so vigorously. Could have done it a bit more professionally, maybe avoid the yellow card. But we'll have to watch him the rest of this game, people, because he has never met a challenge he didn't like to make. So, he's just going to have to have good timing, because I predict that he's going to go into 1 or 2 more challenge for the game. For sure. So that's something to watch, people. Holgate on a yellow card. Alvin Jones, and that's wild. And Jamaicans celebrate that free kick. So a Casey Palmer goal from the penalty spot. Yeah, man, Cephas is doing his thing. Cephas is doing his thing, bro. I can't even hate on Cephas, none at all. Why is McLaren in the stands and not the dugout? I saw somebody telling him to get out of their seat. Yeah, man, he looks like he's been analyzing the team from above. He was doing it in the St. Vincent game as well. John O'Star, these sites want to pop up. Get out of here. Dixon looked like he was going for that, but thought better of it. Here's Molino. Whenever he's looking for space, he usually drags out to this left side. Peters to Raymond. Good flick over the top, and this is way too much space for Gilbert. Holgate gets there in time. That should be a goal kick, should it not? I think Holgate feeling the effects of that collision there. But that's one thing. I don't think Mason Holgate people realize his closing speed is what it is. He got over to that place so fast. That should have been a goal kicker, I thought. Because he played the ball first. But it will be a corner to Trinidad, I think. Oh, no, they did get the call right. All right, good. King just decides to play it up the field this time. Burrell loses out on the air. Palmer wins it. Here's Hayden. Good ball to Dixon. Dixon, good second effort, but can't win it. Good shielding by Molino. Pops out here to Gilbert. That's a poor back pass. This is Dixon now. Dixon on the ball. That's a very good challenge by Molino. I don't know how from that angle the man get that challenge in, but Dixon looked like he was going to be down the wing, but what a challenge by Molino there, forcing a throw into Jamaica. Lembekisa in front of Trinidad's bench will take this one. Must be a joy for some of these English-based players to play in London. I'm sure a lot of their families would have been able to show up for this one. Friends and such. Probably will definitely be there for the next game as well. As I said, it's Saturday, so should be... I would think there'll be more in the stands that day because you have all 4 teams taking part, playing on the day. So, but I must say it's a good turnout though. Good turnout. The whole lower level is pretty much full. And it looks like a lot of smiling faces, flags waving, a lot of colors. A lot of mostly yellow, mostly green, gold, and black. Smattering of the red and black around the place, but Jamaica looks like they have the majority of the fans today. Here's Trinidad on the ball into Jamaica's half. Haven't said that so often today. Well, at least if they are in our half, it's mainly the middle third. And they're just at the edge of that now, looking to get to the attacking third. Now here's Phillips. Molino has Cardenas wide. Actually, that's Jones wide. Molino beats a couple in midfield, but still in the same spot, basically. Burrell pressing now. Dixon closes down on Gilbert. Played into midfield. A lot of space now for Molino in midfield. Molino tries to play a cute little pass through, but it doesn't get there. Here's Palmer now. Palmer has Cephas down the wing. Decides to play it over the top. That's a good ball. Here's Dixon. Can he keep it in? He can't. I don't know how that ball got away. It looked like he was just going to hold up, but Dixon disappointed he couldn't catch that one. Maybe not the best option by Casey that time. I think he could have, maybe he just couldn't find the angle for the pass to Cephas, but Cephas looked like he had the run on the player down the left. But he decided to play the diagonal that time. Didn't come off though. Andre Raymond will take this free kick, this throw-in, and Russell just pushes Molino down to the ground there. I think he's saying that's a bit soft, but I think the veteran move from Molino felt the push, felt the hand in the back, and decided to go over. Here's Peters, clips it into midfield. That's poor. Well played by Hayden and Russell there. Hayden on the ball. That's a loose pass. Cardenas is onto it. That's poor from Hayden. Here comes Cardenas. Can he get off a shot? He can. And did it take a deflection? It did not. It's going to be a goal kick. So Hayden apologized to everyone around him. He needs to apologize to me too. Really the first mistake that led to something for Trinidad today. And Isaac Hayden just loose with his back pass. He was looking to pass it to Amari Bell, I think. Cardenas was onto it. And he was closed down pretty well, but in the end, the shot goes over the bar. No immediate damage. Here's Holgate over to Bell. Bell plays it short to Palmer. Palmer on it. Dances on the ball. Plays it to Shaquan Davis. Plays it over to King. King dribbling out of his box now. In space. Plays it along the ground to Dixon. Good flick to Burrell. Burrell over to Lembekisa. Lembekisa over to Dixon. Dixon, what a step over here. He has the space now. Can he whip in across? He can to the back post. And that's won by Jones in the air. Falls to Palmer. Palmer looking to shoot, I'm sure. No, it's blocked off. What a good pass to Dixon. He's in the box. Dixon cuts it. Shoots it right at the keeper. Save. Well done by Dexter into the box now. Clips it into the box. Go. Ooh, it was almost a brace for Casey Palmer. Just missed the head of Burrell. Palmer. Oh, good play from Jamaica again. Palmer springing the passes today. Hopefully the fans can see that he's not a crab. I've heard so many people say big bad waste man Palmer should not play anymore. Jim can stay in yard and bear things. And he's playing much better today, people. put the man in some positions that better for him and look how him play. Jesus, man. It's not rocket science. Stop make the man play right in front of the defense. Alvin Jones trying to switch the play, but Lembikisa is under it and calmly heads it back to Shaquan Davis. Could have been dangerous because Gilbert was waiting for a mistake, but well done. Here's Lembikisa. Lembikisa on the ball. Good. Way to show for the ball, Isaac. Good. Switch off play as well. Here's Cephas. Thought about dropping it back, but he had the kick and run space to the people. But Cephas looked like him calm today. I like how he's playing. The one time I thought he held the ball, well, no, there's one play I never liked. When the long pass from King, what a good shoulder from Burrell! And they called a foul on the monster. Jano, referee, you sure about that? Tell him to go to the gym, brother. Let me see it again. Let me see if it was more than shoulder, people. Rough, Burrell, rough. Let me see. King again with the long pass. So the passing range and display. Oh, good slip through Burrell. Oh, Burrell still in the box here. Cephas wants to get off a shot. Can he? No, he can't. Jano Burrell. That was it for your debut, you know, man. Score a goal. Give him no? Oh, well done, Palmer. Shoot or pass. Do something. Good ball. Dixon. Good. Don't let him out. Ah, that's another yellow card again. So both our centre backs and yellows now, King and Holgate. Damn. And that was a clear yellow card as well. Yeah, it was a bit. I think Dixon needs to do a little better there when you receive it on the top of the box. You have to, the way how you eliminate the transition from the other team, you have to finish off the action with a shot, a goal kick. You know, you can't just give away the ball there. That really put us under pressure. We were in a really attacking part of our phase of play, and we didn't really have the coverage in midfield or defense. So just forced to take out the player like that. That's a good turn from Phillips. Hayden this time guilty of the foul. So last 7 minutes of the half, we need to watch Jamaica here, people. A lot of our games recently, I think we haven't finished off halves well. We're really tired towards the end of the half. So let's see if the energy levels decrease at all. I don't know if that's something that you guys noticed too, but I have noticed that especially at the end of the first half for some reason, we're always struggling. Ooh, well done. Play through. Just play through, no Casey. Jeez, I know you want to bust salad and them thing there, but just playing, bro. Damn. Here come Trinidad now. Gilbert back to Molino. Molino into Phillips. Phillips through to Gilbert. Gilbert has a player wide. He uses him. This is a problem for Jamaica. Cut back and it's free. Ooh. That's the captain. Molino went for the side foot, left foot volley. And I would say that's the best opportunity for Trinidad so far. They had the numbers. Alvin Jones, for about the second time this game, got into an advantageous position down the right. Cardenas had cut in. He had 2 to aim for in the box, 3 more enter in the box. First time Trinidad really had the numbers for a good cross, and he was wide open in the box and could not get it on target. So that was the best chance to Trinidad for sure. Here's Lembikisa. Does well to get out of pressure there. Going for the big switch of play, but cut out by Jones. Powder does well to win that one and drop it back to Jack. Here's Phillips. Phillips being pressed by Russell. And that should be a handball. No, it's not called. Here's Palmer to Russell. Good feet. On the ball still. Play to him, King. Jeez, okay, that's fine. Davis back on the ball with time. Holgate finds his feet. Here's Mason Holgate on the ball. Plays it inside to Hayden. So Hayden splitting the center backs this time. Dexter goes into the central area. King forced that one. Had Lembikisa there. Good flick on by Trinidad. Gilbert. Good first touch. On the ball, looking for a pass central. Finds Molino. Getting more and more influential. Powder. Good finding that space. Here's Cardenas. 1v1. Now being doubled up. And Cardenas just lost his foot in there. Disappointing. Well done by Bell. And well done by Palmer. Here's Holgate. Holgate plays it to King. King now wide to Cephas. Acres of space in front of him. Plays it back to Dexter. Dexter to Hayden. And you can see that Jamaica, as I was suspected, some of these players, haven't played for a good little few weeks now, especially the ones in the champ. So you can see the energy has just decreased a bit. Shaquan Davis on it. Goes back to King. King being pressured, but not too much. And Davis, good confidence to play that pass to Hayden. It was the right pass, but you had to have the confidence to play it through a few bodies. I like the movement by Amari there, taking the player down, giving Dixon more space. Dixon. Oh! So Dixon called for dragging down the defender. The fancy footwork shown there, but Jones did well to keep his eye on the ball, didn't move too much. And then Dixon basically just tackled him with his hands to get by him. So easy call for the referee. And Steve McLaren is upset about something. I don't know what. But he ran down from his seat in the stands to go cuss someone. Shaquan Davis on the ball. Lost his starting role with Mount Pleasant, but starts today for Jamaica. The player who took his starting spot is on the bench today, Tafari Chambers. See if he gets any game time in this Unity Cup. I would think you'd want to give one game to Shaq and one game to Chambers just to see where they're at. Oh, well played. Good turn by Russell. Acres of space. He has Dixon. And he does well to still be on the ball somehow. Here's Palmer. Plays it to Russell. Back to Palmer. On his left foot. Beats one. And this is good football from Jamaica. Dixon went for the shot. Russell can't win it in the box. That's a good ball out wide to Gilbert. He should get on the end of this. And he does. Still on the ball. King helps out Lembikisa here. Lembikisa does well to just force him back. At least they didn't get an attack off there. So we'll take that from a Jamaican perspective. You just want to make sure you slow down that counter. And he was able to do so. Can see the energy and the press has dipped for Jamaica. So McLaren's still working on a lot of things off the ball. You can tell he was unhappy just now with something, and he's now on the touchline, gesticulating and barking instructions. So unhappy with the shape of the team in some aspects, you can tell. That's well played again by Palmer. He's really brought the flicks out tonight. And there's Dixon going for the Travella pass and doesn't execute it, goes out for a throw. Trinidad on the ball. We're approaching halftime. I wouldn't expect much by way of stoppage time from the referee. So we should be pretty close to the halftime whistle here. I think maybe when Trinidad make this last attack, he'll probably blow it. But if they keep just passing the ball around, he probably won't play much longer. Just took a look at the watch. So maybe the customary 1 minute is what we'll play. We're into that minute now. Trinidad on the ball still, but again, the middle third is all they can really play in and not get into the final third. Palmer is taken out again. Palmer has been the most influential Jamaican midfielder in this game, no doubt, even though Russell has done well. I think Russell has been really neat and tidy, good technique in the midfield, some nice turns, good runs as well. Hayden has been his usual steady self, except for that one back pass that was cut out. I don't know why Burrell never took down that ball. And there's the halftime whistle, people. 1-0 to Jamaica. Very, very decent game of football. I think Jamaica played some good stuff in that first half. So yeah, this is how it started out, just like this. Russell been more this side. So it really was a true double number 8 system, but they have been having license to get forward. So they had the graphic right on the screen, but for me, it was more of a 4-4-2 shape. Yeah, Molino been playing a little on this left side, Powder there, Phillips in the middle, and been on the right, and been on the left. Leacock ain't been in the game at all. Seen more from Gilbert and Cardenas. Molino been getting on the ball. But yeah, this is how they're basically playing, and then in possession, this guy goes a little bit narrower. Molino kind of takes up all of this, and they kind of split to a back 3-ish type of role. But yeah, this is basically what they're doing on the pitch. So yeah, good first half from Jamaica, people. Good first half from Jamaica. I think Dwight York will be a little bit peeved with what's been going on the pitch for Trinidad. They have not really gotten into the game like they would want. You know what I mean? But yeah, very good penalty. Won by Ronaldo Cephas, and Panenka penalty put away by Palmer. So that was very, very nice. Yeah, man, they played some good stuff in that first half, I must say. Midfield looked good. Yeah, man, it looked great, man. Looked great. They man knocked the ball, one touch, clean passing, clean touch. Yeah, man. Russell footwork, no normal for a tall guy. You wouldn't expect some of them touch and turn the way him off. Bless up Travis Swagon. We are knocked some leather today, bro. This is the best I've seen us play, especially at the back. No nerves at the back. Our wild long passing. Very, very composed. That's true. I had one. Bless up Adam McGregor. Walk on. Sometimes Cephas in space and they're not giving him the ball. We need to simplify the game. Yeah, I think a couple of times Palmer wanted the lane to be perfect. Sometimes you have to just try it. Clip it over. Just try it. Don't back it alone. What you saying? I'm very proud, pleased at this effort. 8 out of 10 half. Can't curse them. All right, I had one. I love how you put that in the comment section. People, give me a score out of 10 for the first half performance. Give me a score out of 10 for the first half performance. Want to see the maestro come in second half. Well, Adam McGregor, I don't think you're going to wait too long to see it, because I think Jonathan Russell, you could tell him was tiring towards the end of the half. So maybe him get like another 15, 20 minutes in the second. And then I think that will be a straight swap, Ravel for Russell. I think Palmer might just play close to the 90. Like let's take a look actually at the options off the bench and realistically who going to come off. Remember, there's no Warner Brown on the bench, no Javon East on the bench, no Michael Antonio on the bench, no Busy Atkinson on the bench, right? We only have 20 players total in the squad. 17 of them outfield players. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 substitutes available. Sorry, 7 with Stevie Young, right? So Stevie Young and Ming basically defenders. So, you could maybe see Ming come on for Dexter, so don't kill him off for over the 2 games. Bell getting the armband. I don't think that means that we won't see Lee. I wouldn't be surprised if you even see Lee at halftime, because I would think in this competition, you don't want to kill off the people in this first game. Like, if you can help it, if you have like for likes, just give the other one the second half. So if I'm the coach, I'm bringing on Lee for Bell at halftime. I'm bringing on Ming for Lembikis at halftime. Or maybe not halftime, maybe like 60 minutes. But I would be changing those high energy positions out for sure. So the left back, right back, I would definitely be wanting to switch out maybe 2 of the midfielders. The centre backs probably can play the entire game, but at the same time, most of our subs are centre backs. Ming and Young probably going to come on as centre backs. I guess Ming could play right back too. Kova is there as well, can play the midfield role, wide right. Not sure where they're going to use him today, or right back, not wide right. Then you have Ravel Morrison. I think he'll come on for Russell or Palmer for sure. And then Daniel Green, I could see him coming on for like a Dixon. Or with the absence of any striker, maybe you would have to come on for Burrell. And Burrell don't play the 90 minutes. I was thinking based on the substitutes, Burrell might play the 90 because there really isn't another sub that's a striker. Really the only forward on the bench or attacking player on the bench is Daniel Green. I guess Morrison could play more attacking, but more than likely they want him in the midfield. I would want him in the midfield. So let's see what they end up going with. But yeah, what do you give the Reggae Boyz out of 10 for that first half? I thought it was pretty good. I'd say a 7.5 to an 8. I liked a lot of what I saw defensively as well. It got a little bit more open. Maybe I'd say about 35 minutes or so, the last 10 minutes and a half. But for long stretches, I was really proud of how they were blocking the lanes and channels, and also just not letting them pass the ball wherever they wanted. Whenever they got to an area Jamaica didn't want them to have the ball, you saw bodies get around the ball, take the ball, double teams. Very, very good organization. And the composure and the technique and the passing on the ball was better than I've seen. I mean, we're talking about like 1, 2, 3, 4 passes in a row, one touch, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 boom. I mean, we were seeing the ball really move in that first half. The lanes were there as well when we attack. You don't see people running into the same channels. So I was impressed, people. I mean, I know it's Trinidad and everything, but we've played Trinidad before and looked very ordinary. So I like what I saw today. I guess the only thing is, for all this nice I'm talking about Jamaicans and their performance in the first half, it's still only 1-0. So it's not like we're out of sight. But yeah. Oh, in the Discord, yeah, bro. Yeah, this I'm trying a new place today, so I live and I learn. I won't go back to this particular one because whenever them run ads are some real, blue movie type settings. Yeah, man, we're gonna see it, man. Professional Pro Club says 7. All right. Yeah, Adam, I laugh too. Ray for Dixon, keep all touch players on field. You get good ball. All right. If we were up 2-0, coach could make swaps early. We have to keep Casey on as long as possible. He's the glue. Yeah, I had one. I was getting a bit. I'm thinking too much about the minutes, but yeah, at the end of the day, like, we want to win too. I mean, I know it's not the biggest thing in the world to not win, but in a game like this, but yeah, I think you want to give the fans a win. Plus, we deserve a win. The way we're playing, we deserve to win. So we don't really want to do anything to take that away. But people, Brent, you can watch the game. The best way, bro. At the top of the comment section, there's a link. There's a pinned comment in the comment section. Just click on that, Brent. Discord. You can watch the game right inside there. What I need to do is figure out a way how to get my voice in there too when you watch it, like my commentary. It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's also on YouTube, Brent. I don't know if you're a member of JFF Live, but you can pay $9.99 a month, Brent, and it's on JFF Live. Max TV Ghana on YouTube. See it there? Max TV Ghana on YouTube is showing the game. So you're good to go on this up. You're good to go on this up. People, come on, man. Do better with the likes button, man. Or we not even reach 50 likes, bro. I mean, I know the building ain't so full, but I know people been passing through all the time. So drop some like on the video, man. Stop going so. I don't even know what site I'm using. I just made a little. Yo, me just turned to Max TV Ghana. Oh, it look like the brother here look like the man where. Yo, is that the actual guy with the Manchester United 0 and him start bust out laugh? Are the guy, you know? Yo, this guy is legendary, you know, bro. One of the best meme them that ever, you know. Yeah, man, like up the street, man. I start going, some man. All right, you hear what? But don't tell them about the first half. I'm not talk no more. Since you tell them like the video and watch this. People, we are back. The players are back onto the pitch. Let me see what the comment section was saying in that brief intermission, people. People are open to like the video, you know, because I'm going to lock off Discord if you don't like the video, you know. Sure. All right. Yeah, it's on YouTube, Brent. Max TV Ghana, them say. See that Max TV Ghana. All the people who were talking about CFAS being selfish are just haters. That guy is not selfish at all. He's playing well today, MF, that's for sure. I'm sure I could hear your commentary on the Discord as I had muted you on your channel. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure if it was coming through. Jono, when the second half start, I want to lose my stream. Jono start. The blues is back. Don't spank solo again. That's what I was talking about. Anyway, we realized that's what he did set or rotted card. All right, second half underway, people. Second half underway. Long ball down the right. Over the head of Holgate. Bell does well to cover. We're going to get any subs. Oh, no! What is happening there? Poor defending. Cardenas almost gets an easy chance. Over the head of Holgate. Bell. Poor. People, the stream soon stop lagging, people. Just give me a chance. Yo, Jono Star, don't spank solo. Rob Smith favorite ad. Rob Smith favorite ad is up, people. And why go back again to this? Yo, people, in the Discord, my bad, but it's like the thing want to go back to the same spot again. If we find a next stream, you know. Jamaica, Trinidad, let's try link 6. Okay, this should work. Unmute the stream. And next girl again, a big girl. A pop up. So why did I tell me if I click for unmute the stream and I can't do it? All right, people, finally. So it looks like Jamaica came back out with the same team. Looks like the same goes for Trinidad as well. I might have to come off of this link, you know, because I move like it now and stop show foolishness. Palmer, good cross, cut out, top of the box, Dixon. Ooh, he struck that well. Jack did well to block that one. Here's Bell into the box, plays it wide to CFAS. CFAS cuts inside. Can he get a shot off? And that's poor. I wasn't sure if it was a shot or a cross, but in the end it was neither. But Dixon's shot was traveling at pace. I think Jack did well to cut it out. Ooh, Marvin Phillip was behind it as well. But it was definitely going to need saving. Not a bad strike at all by Dixon. So after a scare early in the second half, defensive mix-up nearly causing an equalizer, Jamaica get back on the front foot again. That time to Kaheem Dixon. Yeah, we are playing like a proper team. I agree. Good half, good ball. It's also a team we're better than that's not sitting back, so we should play like that. True. We need to be audacious in the box. We need to get comfortable like we belong there. The finishing we're off because a frame like we were surprised by getting in good position some of the times. Interesting. So you think it's just a mentality in the box that we're lacking right now. Okay, I had one. We'll watch and see if they are a little more composed in this half when they get in those areas. Shaquan Davis, must say he's been pretty good with his feet so far. That time he decides to go long, it's cut out. Good flick by Gilbert. Gilbert has done well holding up the ball on that left-hand side. There's a player down in the box for Trinidad, looks like Leacock, and I think Jamaica now see it, and I think they're going to put the ball out of play. The ref actually stops the game. Leacock is going to need some treatment. He's been pretty anonymous today so far. Isaiah Leacock, playing striker for Trinidad and Tobago. And this is what happened here. Just lost his footing, about to close down Davis, and looked to have tweaked something. I think it might be his ankle on his right foot. Just looked like he made a funny step there when he lost his footing. Dwight York has some time to give some instructions to some players. Reggae Boyz coming over to the bench for some hydration. And Leacock is walking gingerly now. They have a couple of subs off the bench they could turn to. Isaiah Lee and Ryan Moore. So let's see if York is going to make that change, or they're going to let Leacock push on. Leacock, quite a stout player. Big frame. King. Hayden. Back to Davis. Davis has King and Holgate. Goes to King. King now drives forward in space. Goes with the long diagonal. Jones misplays it. Here's Cephas now. Cephas on the ball. Trying to push it past Jones, but can't, and he takes Jones down. I think Jones bought that foul. You could see from how fast he got up after being on the ground. So I think he just said that that they're in a 3 now. So Lembikisa pushes up a bit, and that's a good ball to Burrell. Burrell on the ball. Good ball into space to Lembikisa. Lembikisa cuts back onto his left foot. Now dancing on the ball. Can he get across in? Gets the space. Flips it to the back post. Jones got his head to that one. Now to Cephas in the box. Cuts it back to Palmer. Palmer on the ball. And Roman Burrell. Roman Burrell gets on the score sheet. If you watched his highlights this season, you would have seen him score a few just like that. He is a fox in the box, and he did well to get his body position right to flick that over his head after Palmer's shot was saved. It's 2-0 to Jamaica. It's 2-0 to Jamaica, people. We love to see it. I mentioned I would like to see an early goal. I was just sending a message to my family watching the game. And I said, you know, one thing that I didn't like about the first half performance is we're only up 1-0. So my hope is that we could find a goal early in this half, because I think we deserve a 2-goal margin, and Burrell did well to stay on side as well, and that's good finishing. Palmer needed to get that outside more to the far post, but he couldn't. But that's why he always told to shoot to that post, because a rebound might happen for your team, and that's exactly what happened. Burrell sorted out his feet and his body to flick it over his head with his right foot into the net. Jelani Peters could not defend that. And that's well finished by Burrell. Fox in the box style. 2-0 to Jamaica. Let's change this score. 2-0. Oh my gosh, it's 2-1. I'm busy doing the stream stuff. I didn't even see them score. 2-1 to Royal Card. Let me see the replay so I can see what happened. Leacock, I just said he has been anonymous, and he's the one that gets the goal. Let's see what happened here. Molino in midfield. He plays it wide to Cardenas. Cardenas on the ball to Molino. Too much space. Nobody closing him down, and it's just too much space. It's just too much space. Molino runs into the box. Nobody really gets tight enough, and nobody gets tight enough to Leacock on the cutback. So it's 2-1, and we have a game, people. We have a game. So Jamaica's 2-0 advantage is short-lived, and it's 2-1. Yeah, too much ball watching there. I think everybody was expecting them to make a mistake with a pass. They didn't. And we just didn't get tight enough to anybody. I think Cardenas had too much space. He could have crossed it. He decided to play it into Molino. He had too much space. And he played it into Leacock. He had too much space. So we just never got tight enough to them. Shaquan Davis goes long this time. Over the head of the defender. What a pass by Casey Palmer. Oh, Burrell almost got on the end of that one. Here's Phillip. Plays it short to Jones. Jones now clips it over the top. That's a good ball into midfield. Powder. Good tackle from Hayden though. Jamaica on the ball. Here's Casey Palmer. Slips it through to Russell. Oh, what a sliding challenge. Anyhow, Russell chop that brother there. Russell, chop him. Anyhow, you chop them dead. Brother, just chop him, no man. Casey Palmer again pulling the strings. Good ball through. If him did ever chop him. People, if Russell chop him a while ago, simple tapping. So it's 2-1 to Jamaica, people. Corner kick. This will be an in-swinger from Casey Palmer from the left-hand side. Let's see if Jamaica can do some damage. That's a poor corner. Can he win the second ball? He can't. Leacock wins both. Poor clearance cut out by Bell, but it's going to be a throw-in to Trinidad on this right-hand side in front of the Jamaican substitutes warming up. So you see Greg Lee, Ravel Morrison, Brandon Cover, Ming, Daniel Green all warming up over there. That's played through. Bell does well to cover. Holgate does well to play it out to Palmer in acres of space in the midfield. Has Russell central. Goes wide to Cephas. Cephas 1v1. This is what we want. Here comes Cephas now. Going to push and run. Gets to the other side of the player, but Jones had to get that spot on, and he did so. Cephas looking to earn a second penalty today. Jones does not want to see this. Cephas just says, I'm going for a race. And you could tell he's just waiting for that challenge, putting his right foot in the way. But Jones did really well to get his foot only on the ball and nothing else. But he wouldn't want to be in too many more situations like that. Cephas, number 20, showing right in front of him. Cephas is strong. He is. Let me just say it right now. Nepo Bala is retired. Yeah, bro. I had one. I get what you're saying. Good corner. Ho, that almost dropped into the far post. Roman Burrell got his head on that one. Ooh, the deflection almost angled into the far post, but it's going to be a corner kick again from the opposite side this time. That's a better delivery from Palmer. Got it past the first man. He runs to the other side now to take this free kick as well, or this corner, I should say. I'm sure Jamaica would want to get back their 2-goal advantage. Referee doesn't like the pushing and pulling going on in the box right now, so just holding up the corner kick. Now it's spotted. Here's the movement. Let's see. Palmer whips this in. That's a good ball. And that one's cleared in the end by Cardenas. Foot race. Lembekisa just decides to not take any chances and goes out of touch for a throw to Trinidad. 2-1 here. Approaching the 59th minute. Minute 59. 2-1. Good game so far. I think Jamaica have had the better of play. So on the balance of play, the scoreline probably is a good reflection. Maybe even 2 goals to the good, but I have to give Trinidad credit. After going down 2-0, pretty much their next time getting into our half, they score a goal. So it's not going to be easy. Never is against Trinidad, or very rarely is it against Trinidad. That's a brilliant pass into the box. Cardenas covered all the way by Amari Beldo. But that's, again, good play from Trinidad and Tobago. It's a brilliant one-time ball by Molino. He's really been the danger man in midfield for them. Definitely see that they want most things to go through him. Good tackle on the edge of the box by King, or Holgate, I think. Molino went down, the referees saying, you know, he played the ball. Dwight York up off his bench again. I think Holgate might be more aggressive than Damian Lowe, and that's saying a lot. Yet they're close. They're very, very close. Davis nearly give it away. Really, what him do? So far ahead of me, you are Rob Smith. What him do? This must be the play now. Oh, ooh. Come on, Shaq. Concentrate, my boy. Alvin Jones, that's a good shape. Well done by King. Flicked out by Hayden. It's going to be a throw-in again to Trinidad. So Jamaica just, for the first time in this game, you know, really getting challenged by Trinidad. I think their confidence has grown since the goal. So Holgate and King and company gonna have to organize this defense, stay concentrated, and not give as much space as we did for the first goal. Here's Cardenas on the wing. Good pass to Molino, but that's well played by Bell. And this one will be cleared by Bell, I think. Yes. Clipped up over the top. Taken on the chest by Jones. Now to Molino. Knocks it back to Jack. Jack over to Peters. Peters in the center circle. Plays it wide to Raymond. Raymond has Gilbert ahead of him. Decides to go backwards. Now finds Gilbert. Plays a 1-2 and he's through. Beats two players with the 1-2. Good play from Trinidad. This one's going back to the keeper. Easily picked up by Shaquan Davis. I think it's about time that the manager decides to change something here in the pitch. The energy has dropped a little bit from the Reggae Boyz in the second half. Nothing like what we saw for long stretches of the first. Alvin Jones on the ball. Goes back to Jack. Jack over to Peters. Still no substitutions made by either coach. This one's a bit too straight for Gilbert, and it's going to go out for a goal kick to Jamaica. Looks like the first two substitutes are going to be made. Christian Lehim is one of them, number 19. And we're going to see who the other one is. Oh, sorry. Lehim is 19. We're having some crazy weather outside right now. I think that's why my internet is going crazy, you know. See if we can find an extreme. Cephas in the box. Tries a back heel and then misses. Why you don't lay it off to somebody? Somebody just tell me the man not selfish, you know. Two players running in. I'll know him not lift up him head, you know. Dixon or the other person. Yo, people. I don't know why these people so determined to show me blues, you know. I don't want to watch blues, you know. Why it won't let me unmute or press this button right here, so? Jeez, man. That button won't go away, people, but work with it. Work with it, people. Work with it. So still 2-1. Two subs made by Trinidad. I'll have to get the names for you in just a moment. Let's see. Jamaica, Trinidad, full page. Yeah, so Lee him, and I need to see who the other. I think it might have been. So Lee him came on for Rio, and I'll tell you the other one in just a second. No, Rio never even came off. It's a free kick to Trinidad, it looks like. Hayden is the one down, but it's a free kick to Trinidad. Let's see the replay. Molino again, always at the heart of everything. I don't know. I mean, it was a bit of a reckless lunge, but I'm not sure that he fouled anyone. There's going to be 2 subs for Jamaica as well. Daniel Green and Ravel Morrison look to be coming on. Leacock gets the substitution. He did do his job, got a goal as a striker, but I thought he was pretty quiet today. Looks like Phillips will be coming off as well. So Ryan Moore, someone you see a lot for Trinidad. Phillips off, and Christian Leahim is on in the midfield. And a like-for-like sub up top. Ryan Moore on for Isaiah Leacock. And it looked like they put up Palmer out for Ravel in, but I think they're going to just defend the set piece first, and then we'll see Daniel Green and Ravel Morrison enter. So you should hear quite an ovation once that happens in the stadium. All right, let's make the subs for Trinidad. So we'll have Phillips off. So I did it. What? Phillips off. Somehow I clicked Phillips and Raymond came off. I don't know why. Lee him is on in his place. And Leacock off. And Ryan Moore on. All right. Looks like Rio Cardenas on his right foot here. Player of immense talent. Let's see if he can put the set piece on target. It's a 5-man wall, it looks like. No, 4-man wall, one on the ground as well. Tall wall as well. Russell, King, Hayden, and Bell. All over 6 foot. But Cardenas has a good distance from the goal, so this is almost ideal distance. Central location, so a lot of options for the kick taker here. Sure, players will be crashing as well, so Davis needs to be on point with his handling. Cardenas, brilliant free kick. Oh, it's off the post and it's in. 2-2. My gosh, what a free kick by Rio Cardenas. I couldn't tell if Davis got a hand to it or not. But look at that, people. Just like that, it is 2-2. Oh, my word. We're in for a second half now. So Kevin Molino, I must say, of all the Trinidad players, he probably deserves a goal the most. He's been influential in that midfield. And I'll have to see the replay. It looked like Davis might have been beaten and it just hit the post and came back out. But it could have also been tipped onto the post and come back out. Let's see. Molino is onside, and yeah, it's straight off the post, off of Davis's heel, unluckily. And off his heel is how it clips up into the air right to Molino. I think that was going to hit the post and go out wide. But it clips his heel, and it's like a perfect assist to the head of Molino after it clips his heel. And it's 2-2 people. Oh my gosh. So from a position of cruising, well, not cruising, but 2-0 for about 5 seconds. And then all of a sudden, it's 2-2 people. So we have a game. Well, the Trinis were saying that Jamaica would get a battle regardless of what the score ended up, and they weren't lying. Here's Daniel Green. He's come on for It looks like Romain Borrell was the one taken off, and also Casey Palmer out and Ravel Morrison in. So those are the subs for Jamaica. So Romain Borrell, scorer of Jamaica's second goal, is off, and the scorer of Jamaica's first goal is also off, and on comes Daniel Green. It looks like Green will play out on the left and Cephas will play through the middle, and a like-for-like substitution in midfield. Palmer off and Ravel Morrison for the first time in a long time back on the field for Jamaica. King wins that ball from Moore. Plays it down the line. Here's Dixon. Dixon. Good run made by Russell, but too much on that pass. And we have an ad. Oh my gosh. Get out of here, no man. King cuts that one out. Here's Hayden in midfield. Good turn. Now here's Green. Plays it back one time to Bell. Bell on the ball. Goes short. Here's Green. Green loses it too easily and then fouls Alvin Jones, and it's going to be a yellow card as well. So not the best start to life for Daniel Green on the pitch. Miscontrols the ball, and then probably a good, smart, professional foul, as the numbers were definitely not back on that side, as Bell had played the pass to him and made the run to get the return. Green has to hold up the ball there. It's very important. And I think Green knew how important it was not to let Jones get behind him. So probably a smart foul in the end. I mean, yes, he took a yellow card for it, but he almost had to, based on how he would have been positioned there against that attack. So this one is 2-2, people. Steve is upset again about something. He's upset about something about the team shape when we're out of possession. Every time they pan to him and we're defending, he seems to be gesticulating a lot and kind of throwing his hands up. So there's something not connecting with how he wants them to be set up off the ball. Over the top. Well done by King. Here's Ravel now. First time on the ball. Spins out of trouble. Back to Holgate. King. Boy, took a chance but got away with it. And that one's played down the line to no one. Not sure who Dexter was trying to find with that pass. Oh, that's poor from Trinidad. Here's Russell into Cephas. Cephas on the ball. Can he score? Ravel! Blood fire. The rebound was there. But great defending. And that's the substitute. I think Lee him doing foolishness on the ball. And I think that's given us a corner. Russell played it quickly to Cephas. Oh my gosh. Alvin Jones with a brilliant goal-saving challenge, man. Ravel was putting that right in the goal, man. Should be a goal kick, it looked like. Good football from Trinidad here. Growing in confidence now. We're at about 16 minutes left in this game. Good run through the middle by Lehim and good covering from Dexter. Easily collected by Davis there. So Lehim almost causing a concession of the third goal. Got a big talking to by most of his teammates after that play. Holgate on the ball. Hayden plays it wide to Green. Green on the ball. Goes inside back to Morrison. Morrison back to Holgate. Back to Ravel. Ravel on the ball. Plays it to Hayden. Just play the ball to King Desona, man. Jeez, I'm well done. Here's Ravel now on the ball. Go forward, Ravel. Go forward. Plays it wide to Dexter. Dexter cuts inside. Goes inside to Hayden. Hayden back to King. King to Holgate. Bell gives him some support wide. He goes back to King. King to Ravel. Ravel on the ball. Plays it over to Holgate again. Ravel. Over to Holgate. Holgate on the ball. Going forward. Can't lose it now. Holgate went for a shot. And that's going to go out for a corner kick. First time I've seen Holgate do that today. Just drive forward with the ball. 2 more subs about to come on for Trinidad. Jovin Jones, the veteran, as well as the number 17. Hayden went for a shot. It was blocked. Here's King. King tried to flip that one back into the box, but it was cut out. It's going to be another corner to Jamaica, this time from the far side. Into the box, and that's cleared. Bell looked like he was fouled, but Sam thinks he was trying to sell him the foul. Looked like a foul to me. So it's going to be 3 subs for Trinidad. The number 2, Jelani Peters, is off. They're also taking off their captain and one of the goal scorers, Kevin Molino. I think Jovin Jones will probably take his place. And also coming out is number 15, Dante Gilbert, the left-sided player. And he will be replaced by Justin Garcia for Jelani Peters. That's the change on the back line. And number 14, John Paul Rashford, comes on for Dante Gilbert on that left-hand side. So let's see if there are like-for-like changes. Are there any tweaks to the system? I think Rashford does play out on that left-hand side, so that's a pretty much like-for-like sub. So we have Gilbert off. Rashford on. Molino off. Jovin Jones on. And one change at the back. Jelani Peters off. And number 17, Justin Garcia on. So those are the subs for Trinidad. So they have made 5 subs now. Jamaica still with just the 2. We have about 12 minutes plus injury time left to play in this 2-all affair. I'm pretty sure it will probably go straight to penalties. I wouldn't expect in a game of this nature for them to play an extra 30 minutes. And Holgate is fouled by Ryan Moore. Bit bailed out there. Looks like Greg Lee will be coming on in this game. Don't know if this will be a straight swap or he'll be playing a different role today. We have seen him play right back as well under this manager, even though he's a very left-footed player. Maybe Dexter needs a rest. Or maybe it is a straight swap. Bell. And that's a good ball over the top by Ravel Morrison, but it's just too hard. Couldn't hold up on the grass there for Dexter. He was in as well. Ravel will be disappointed he couldn't drop that into the perfect area for him. So it looks like the game is being held up for this substitution. Greg Lee, the lone sub. And it is Kaheem Dixon coming off right now. So Kaheem Dixon is subbed off, people. So it's going to be interesting how the team shape looks now Kaheem Dixon is off and Greg Lee is on. Like, where the hell are these people playing? Don't think Greg Lee is playing right wing. Actually, Greg Lee is playing left wing. So Green has come out to this right side, and Greg Lee is playing in front of Amari. Seen him play this role for his club team before. Never really seen Jamaica deploy him as an attacker. So this is new for Greg Lee in the Jamaican colours. Unused substitutes Stephen Young, Sule Makala, and Stephen Young, Sule Makala as poor from Dexter, but it works out somehow. Here's Holgate being pulled back, and there's going to be a yellow card to Ryan Moore for sure. So really his only option when he got the ball, he had to just drive forward with it. And he was being pulled from behind and tried to play on, but in the end he was eventually lost his balance and went down. So easy yellow card there to Ryan Moore. Dixon is off the pitch. Oh yeah, so Kova, Stephen Young, Sule Makala, unused subs so far. And it's a head injury. I think Holgate got a lot of the player there winning that challenge in the air. Don't think the referee really saw it. See a lot of comments coming in. Let's see what the people are saying. No, he wasn't off, Rob. I was hoping. Ball watching. Yeah, he was the only player, really. I think Holgate was the only other one that was back there. Was it Holgate? I forget. It was one Jamaican and two Trinis. So I don't remember who the Jamaican was. Sightseeing. We may lose. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible we lose the match, yes. I think that could have easily been a second yellow, you know. Maybe not. Maybe not. That wasn't, he didn't even hit him with his hand. It was his body, really. So I'm overreacting. Yeah, 2-2, bro. Yeah, you lost your 2-1 prediction. It was looking good for like 10 minutes. Made the foul, played it up. Yeah, this may end up 3-2. Trinidad, man, let's pass it now. See if I should have finished that or play it off. One of the two. Holgate wants to play striker. Yo, they keep giving him acres of space to drive into. Second half, 4 out of 10. You're probably prepping for kicks. Greg coming on, PK at full time, extra time. Yeah, I would think so. Greg for Dixon, left wing it looks. Yeah, it's crazy. 4 out of 10 rating for Dixon. Yeah, I'm going to do a full post match when the game is over, people. Really, well, not a full, but I'm going to do a post match when the game is finished and just do a quick player ratings in real time. Like how it was all over the place, I will watch back the game. And if anything, tomorrow, give you guys a dedicated post match with a little more detail in the analysis, you know, after I watch it one more time. Because when I'm doing these streams, a lot going on. I'm trying to do chat. I'm trying to make sure it's running in the Discord. I'm doing all kind of things at once. So, here is Green to Ravel to Russell. Ravel on the ball. Ravel playing like it's a testimonial match. That's a poor back pass. Cephas. Ooh. Well taken out the air by Moore. Here's Jovin Jones. Took over Molino's role and the captaincy. What a pass by Jovin Jones. Here's Ratchford. Ratchford in on goal. Good save by Davis. Still in the box. And that's poor from Rio Cardenas. He could not keep his body over that finish. And Trinidad looking to nick the 3-2 victory there. Yo, this ad always want forward in the worst time them. What a ball by Jovin Jones, man. Lembikisa got murdered by that pass, you know. Good save by Davis, though. Cut the angle well. really needs to. I mean, I know he just want to save the ball, but he needs to be a little more mindful of where the rebound is going. I mean, he's just not that good. Just it is what it is. Here's Greg Lee over the top. Oh, Bell, you never said the man now get that, man. I don't know what happened to Alvin Jones there, but he looks to be holding his leg or his ankle. Maybe he landed on his foot or something, but you could see once he landed, he never got back up. Referee Barrett calls for the training staff to come out. Surprised John Russell is lasted the 90. So we're about 5 minutes from penalty kicks. It will be Philip versus Shaquan Davis for the goalkeeping battle. That was a great ball by Lee, you know. And I think Bell should have anticipated that he wasn't going to get that ball. Dwight York wearing his own brand on the sideline. I just realized the man had said DY. All right, good throw. That's the first time Bell looked like he can do a long throw. Lee! Oh, Greg Lee. We've seen that before. That back post leap. I think that's how he got his goal against the US as well, if I'm not mistaken. From a long throw situation. But that was the first one that Bell got some distance on. Cephas flicked it to the back post and it almost worked out for a goal. I think that might have been hitting the crossbar, but Philip wasn't going to take a chance with it. Tipped it over for a corner, and I think both players are down. Raymond looks like he's dazed, and Lee looks like he may have hurt his wrist or his left forearm in some way. But he's back on his feet. Still flexing it, but he's okay. Seems to be okay. Fans in the stadium still having a great atmosphere. All right, this is going to be a corner now to Jamaica. And now Ravel Morrison this time will take it. We've seen Casey Palmer taking these today. But Ravel Morrison on duties. Coming on for Casey. Good corner. Lee him with the winner of the header. Daniel Green. What the heck is Daniel Green doing, bro? How this man even met the team? Sam Barrett trying to explain something to the players. I don't know what they're complaining about. So Jamaica will have to defend this set piece here. We're getting really close to, if somebody gets a goal, it's probably the winning goal. So they'll have to be checked on here, clicked on. That's a decent looking shape, but just over everyone for a goal kick to Jamaica. Might have been offside as well. Now here's Daniel Green. Can he make a positive impact for the first time today? He can't. He gives it away again into midfield. What is Daniel Green on, man? This man is trying to lose us the game by himself. Hey! What kind of tackle is that, man? Come on, Jovin. The game hasn't even been like that, bro. Kind of 2-foot madness that. Come on, ref. Damn. It's a reckless challenge, man. Where Davis is from. Yeah, it was a good save. It was a good save. All right, Green. Thank you. Something good. It's Cephas. The man I tried dribble through a phone booth. All right, come on, Dexter. Jeez, I'm just whip it, no man. Don't fall. Don't fall. Ref, the ball just bomb upon him hand. So what? Bro, this hand is natural. Like where man's supposed to be. That's tough. So we get 5 minutes of injury time. We're about done with the first minute of it here. There's quite a few Trini fans there as well. At first it didn't look like any, but there are some. Yo, cough now. Come on, Jamaica, get one more chance now, man. Can't bother with the penalty thing, you know, man. Ryan Moore, Jovin Jones. Don't let him shoot. Rashford. Ooh. So let's see, people. Let's see. Jamaica really night and day the performances in the first and second half, man. It's crazy. Here's Holgate on the ball. Going again with a mazy dribble. Goes wide to Bell. Good 1-2. Here's Amari Bell running into the space. And that's too far, or is it? Oh, and does Cephas Ronaldo? He does! Ronaldo Cephas! You're fast like a plane. Yo, I swear to that ball go too far. What a brother fast, man. Oh my gosh. Well, Casey Palmer ain't on the field, people. Who is taking the penalty? Rob Smith, don't comment. Don't comment, Rob. Me know you see it before we. Don't tell me who take it or who score. Oh my gosh, what a run. Cephas, how are you so fast, man? No one, barely anybody reached that ball, before the keeper, Cephas, if this score, you really bail me out, brother. Who taking the penalty? Who is taking it? It looks like it is Richard King. Oh my word. Come on, King. You actually take good penalties, King. I actually believe in your penalties, You took one of the best ones in the final the other day. Come on, King. Don't let me down, King. King. Richard King. Come on, Richard King. Them say you're going to the EPL next year. Come on, King. Come on, King. Keep it down. Just keep it down. Hey! That's his style. Right to that spot. Them can't stop it. Well done, King. How you mean? Woo! I just never look for the comment section because I know the boy Rob Smith seat. Yes, tell them, Coach McLaren, keep your heads. Keep your heads. Thank you, Rob. Concord. Yeah, but fast, brother. Mass, the game get mad at the end. King scores in King Chucky land of England. Yep, that's it. Composure now, guys. Yes, McLaren was pointing to his head. I agree with him. You need to relax. Don't act like me and get all crazy. Just relax, see out the game, defend. No bother with the foolishness. Still getting the replay here. Brilliant by King there. That's his tip. That's his penalty, you know. If Philip did his homework, he would have known that's where I'm going to put it. That's where I'm always put it. But him always put the good power on it as well. Him father Rudolph Speed in the crowd must be smiling. And Dwight York has a look of it on his face like, boy, we deserve more. But it's not over yet. Well, we're into the end of, Cephas on the ball again. Here's Ronaldo Cephas into the box. No support. Now getting some support. Can he keep the ball though? He can. And Ravel comes and takes over. Can Ravel shield this? Ravel goes down. And he wins a throw. Good. The Jamaican fans waving like crazy now. Happy that this one is ending 3-2 to Jamaica. And it looks like more fans are there now than at the start. So maybe they were late getting there, but it looks more packed now. It looks like once they get the ball back in, we might see the end of this one. Don't give it back to him. And that's it. That's it. Jamaica get the 3-2 win. Dwight York, old friends with Steve McLaren from the Man U days. They exchange a smile and a handshake. And Richard King with the game-winning goal from the penalty spot. Ronaldo Cephas, the fastest man in England right now. I don't know how he reached that pass. When it was played by Bell, I'm thinking that's too far. But that's why I played in front of those personnel, man. You let him chase the ball. But Philip probably feels like crap. You know, I mean, he probably could have been the hero in the penalty shootout instead. Just misjudges his close down on the two pass, and brilliant work from Cephas to get onto the end of that, make the touch. And Jamaica all smiles after that 3-2. Rudolph Speed smiling with McLaren as well, saying, yes, make my boy take the penalty, you know. But happy for King, man. Happy for King. I mean, he's been getting chances, you know, and I mean, it must be said that he has improved in his chances. You know, I think it was a bit overblown at the start. He had a really great game, his first game against Costa Rica, and he had some really bad ones for the rest of that World Cup qualifying that people love to forget about. But I think, in fairness to him, his performances for the Reggae Boyz have been pretty consistent when he gets the full 90. He did well today, I thought. You know, the defense on a whole, I think, just kind of lost concentration at times in the second half. I can't put it all on King, but you know, he was a part of that defense. So it's you know, you have to talk about that as well. But you know, in the end, getting that penalty, scoring it, you know, I thought he had probably the best long pass of the game when he played it over the top to Cephas in the first half. And on the ball, he's always good. You know, I just think his defending can improve. But his duels, like aerial duels and things of that nature, he was better today. I thought he took some more initiative and won a few more duels. For me, he just sometimes just tries to play on the periphery. But, you know, he kind of stamped his authority more in the game. And it didn't look too terrible with him and Holgate. I think you can tell both of them are competent with the ball. So we just didn't really come to the races in the second half. But if you look at that first half performance, definitely think there's some things we can be proud about today. But definitely an entertaining match for the fans. Look, speed kills, and that last goal was all about speed. I still can't believe the man ran down that two pass and got that penalty, bro. I'm telling you, he really, man, turn on the speed. Great penalty by King. Agree. Ravel with the experience in the corner. Beautiful exchange. A high-level club is going to see Cephas and say, we can fix him because that speed is not normal. But I hope so, Rob, because Ankara Gucho dropped down a level again. They were relegated down to the third tier of Turkish football. So, even if it's not a high level in terms of like top five, I think he should play in the Turkish first division. I'm sure somebody in that league would want him. Turkey, Greece, any of those like next level, Switzerland, Netherlands, places like that. If he can get into Bundesliga, France, Italy, great. But I don't even care. I just hope that he leaves the club he's at now because I don't want him playing the third tier of Turkey. Yeah, man, good match. Beer drama at the end. So I had once a man of the match, Cephas. What is Speed doing on the pitch? But BM, all you can say him is bad energy and him team always a win. Me not understand BM. MF dropping the Jamaica flags. Yeah, man. That was a nice game, man. All we need now is one with Cephas. I had one. Chung gone, money up, open up, everybody fly out now. Where I said the belt is loose again. Everybody can run out and do them thing. All right, it looks like we're not getting any post-match from Brentford Stadium, so I will close down the Discord now. Big ups to each and everybody that tune into the Discord. But yeah, I just close it down because it looks like we're not getting any kind of post-match coverage from the game from that stream. So big up to each and everybody that tune in there. You should the cross Cephas bashing on the other channel. It has to be studied. People still are bash Cephas. Jeez. I mean, look, Cephas still need work, It's not the finished article. I mean, even in this game, like the play where he got it in the box and he tried the back heel, he has two runners just lay off the ball, But I'll know him not see them. My head in the ground. You should hear the Cephas bashing by some commenter. It has to be studied. Really? Nope, we need Mason. Them say we don't need Warner, we need Mason. Add Norman Campbell and DJ back in the squad, please. John did a shift. Casey was the maestro. Yep. Cephas has something. He just needs to be polished and we'll have the finished article. Yeah, man, him just need a little more work. But there's improvement, brother, from the first time, for sure. Because every time this game, you never just get the ball and kick it and run past the man. Sometimes him play it back, sometimes, him getting some variation now, which is good. Cephas can play it. Yes, for sure. Championship teams. Yeah, like this, like playing in England here. I'm telling you, people would have watched this game out there, and somebody in the champ would have seen him playing, man. I'm telling you. Maybe Charlton can grab him for the championship. Better decision making is what's missing. Bell is a good baller, underrated, I think. People was telling me that Lee better than him the other day. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Your man of the match is Bell. All right, fair. He played well. Bell is man of the match. The front line always wants to do the impossible. Play basic football. We should have won this game from the first half. Yeah, we should have put away. I think Burrell could have missed one, scored a chance when he got put through. I think it was Casey Palmer put him through. Left foot shot. He could have chipped it over the keeper, but he went low and he saved it. There was another one where I think it was it. Which one was it again? I think when Russell was through, he should have slipped in Burrell, but he put on his left foot and shot. That wasn't a clear chance, but it could have been. I'm trying to remember. There was like two other actions in the first half, but that will be on the replay when I rewatch. I will talk about all those plays. He makes mistakes, but you can take the mistake because he can give you moments. Yeah, look, when you're an attacking wide player, I don't get too caught up in the possession loss, even though I don't want it to be ridiculous, but you want them to try things. You don't want them to play within themselves too much. I think that's what Arteta does to my team a lot. Like Martinelli has become a robot because he don't ever want to lose the ball. That's the polish I'm referring to. It's like a diamond before being polished. The true value will be revealed when he makes the best choice more often than not. That is true. To be honest, Trinidad give away the game. They should have win. Yeah, I mean, look, that you never saw that penalty opportunity coming based on the balance of play. Yeah, Dixon did get a goal as well. The cutback, I think it was Russell that cut it back to him. I don't know why he went to that with his left foot, but I guess I don't know. I don't know. I think that's a bit of a stretch, though, Skull. I don't know if they should have win. I would have been happy with a draw and it got to penalties, to be honest, because we had the better of the first half and never finished. They had the better of the second half and they missed some opportunities as well. They had a 1v1 with Shaquan Davis that never scored. So I was okay with the draw, to be honest, but I wouldn't say that Trinidad should have won, though. I wouldn't say that. Jamaica give away the game. We should have been 4-0 up. Burrell cut it back to him. No, it wasn't Burrell. It was, I remember, is Dixon get the ball on the wing. Russell made a run down further down the right wing. No, you're right. It was Burrell cut out because I was mentioning that's good interchange. Yes, you're right. It was Burrell, not Russell. There was another play where Russell went down the wing and cut it inside, but it didn't go to Dixon. It went to I think that one fell to Burrell. The Concord who got the 2 penalty has to be man of the match. Dude snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Are you going to watch the Nigeria game? Yeah, man. Actually, wait, Nigeria game is the same time, right? So actually I have to take my kids and my mom to the airport tomorrow. So I won't be able to do the Nigeria game live, none at all. That's I'm so upset about that. And to be honest, on the 31st, which is Saturday, I won't be here either. So it's gonna be tough. Penalty, especially 70 minutes for them. Yeah, could have been. Trinidad grew into the game, but overall, I don't think they outplayed us. No, I think it was probably 50-50, Rob, because they played better than us as much as we played better than them in the first half. Maybe our spell of better play was longer. So I'd say like 60-40. It wasn't quite 50-50. But 60-40 to Jamaica. Bro, question, who that kid in number 11 that was sub on? Daniel Green, Mount Pleasant. He was so bad. My gosh. And I actually have time for that player, But today he was terrible. Damn, he's horrible. Sorry to see his first debut to be a yellow. Yeah, so he actually played in the World Cup qualifying under Paul Hall. That was the first time I saw him play for Jamaica, but yeah, it wasn't good today. I think we switched off for a bit, especially after our second goal. That's why they even got back in the game. Yeah, after the second goal, well, it really was once they scored. Like they switched on and we never kind of like answered that. Yeah, Daniel Green. It was a game of 2 halves. Trinidad Green in the game, second half. Yeah. I think it was nerves for Daniel Green. MF, he shouldn't be nervous though, man. He's played for Jamaica before. You know what I'm saying? Not like his first game. He played in Canada in the World Cup qualifying. He played in the stadium in World Cup qualifying. He's played. It's like his 4th or 5th game, But Green is a better player than what we saw. But why would he be nervous like that though? I mean, I guess I don't know. How old is Daniel Green? I think he's like 24, somewhere around there. Let me see. Actually, he's 27. Damn, I didn't realize he was so old. He'll be 28 soon. He'll be 28 in like July. So yeah, I thought he was younger than that. All right, people, real quick. Yeah, hopefully him lift him head up because we don't have many players in this tournament, so he probably going to need to play again unless we have people joining. I heard Warner Brown could be there for the next one. No, I haven't heard any news on Busy whether he's there or not. When will our first or second choice keeper? That keeper today is shaky. Yeah, we're not sure when he'll be back, Blake is still injured. Jamali Waite will be in the World Cup qualifying squad, so we'll probably see him start if Blake can't play. Can you explain how we got Ravel, even when the coach was saying he has no highlights of him playing? Well, Punrai, maybe somebody told him that there are actually highlights and they played them for him. Maybe, because I've seen plenty of highlights. But I think it was the public outcry. It couldn't have been anything else because he rationalized his reasoning. And the guy hadn't changed league since he said he can't make it. So it must just have been people making up a bunch of noise about it, I would think. If he in the final Saturday, we will lose. He not it. Yeah, I think so. So Red Skull, the thing is, that guy Davis who started today, he's been our 3rd choice keeper in the main team for a good few windows now. But funny enough, his team for Mount Pleasant in the JPL, his backup Tafari Chambers took his job and played all through the playoffs and like the end of the season. So I think the coach might play Chambers in the second game to give him a chance because Chambers passed him for his club. So why is it that Chambers can't pass him for Jamaica? That's what I don't understand. Maybe because Davis has been around the team more. But I would play Chambers in the game Saturday. I didn't see stuff from Davis to say, okay, you deserve to play again. Let's see another keeper, I would say. Blake is back training. That's good. Javan East wasn't there, so that's why Ravel got in. Yes, I know how he got there, but they're just trying to figure out like why him. There's other players you could have got too. Coach never wanted highlights; he wanted full games. But fresh God, you can see the full games. Precision have an app. You can watch the games. Maybe the coach just didn't want to pay the $4 or whatever it costs, but yeah, you can watch them. Seems like it's a beef with Tapper why Davis wasn't playing. Really? Okay, at club level. I don't ever hear nothing about that. I thought Chambers was just better. But Chambers was the starter before Davis, and it's an injury to Chambers make Davis even play. You know what I'm saying? So it's not so far-fetched that Chambers is actually better than him. Him not ready for big games. No, it don't look so. I think it's Busy was replaced by Ravel. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's up with East? Like, is he not coming at all? I haven't heard anything about him. I just know that Warner Brown got there yesterday, but I haven't heard anything about East. I don't think it just don't have nothing to do with it fresh. Come on. We need to scout goalies, both girls and boys. Woeful. Yeah, the girls, oh my gosh. I had one, we're going to do a preview for the USA game, and it now look good. We need to know how Becky status stay. If it not Becky, Sydney. If it wasn't Bell in the first half defending Trinidad score, yeah, he'd had a few good blocks. Yeah, he did. After Davis got the clean sheet record, they stopped playing him. Yeah, but fresh, wouldn't you think that even if Tapper and him have some kind of beef, as you say, you think Tapper would have sabotaged the winning of the league because of a beef with the keeper? I mean, unless the man diss him the worst way. I mean, I don't know, brother. Anyway, let's go through the team real quick, people. We're gonna drop some score ratings for all the players that played. So first, in goal, Shaquan Davis. What you guys rate Shaquan Davis? Now, if Shaquan Davis game ended at halftime, I would have given him about an 8. But brother, the second half was really, really dangerous. It started with a poor touch that almost cost us something. I thought on the his handling in general just gave up too many rebounds, not clean enough handling. Yeah, had a good 1v1 stop though, could have been worse. But other than that, I think he was just average. I wouldn't say he was bad, but I would just give him probably a 5. So for me, Davis I'll give him a half point for the 1v1. So I'll say a 5. Actually, he can get a 6. Because 5 is a bit low. Maybe not. I'm being too nice. 5.5 I'll give him. So Davis gets a 5.5 for me. Shaquan Davis in goal. Go ahead and drop your scores for Shaquan Davis in the goal. All right, next up, people. Let's talk about Richard King. People. So Richard King, I think first off, good range of passing on display, but didn't rely on that so much. I think he did go long more often than Holgate did, but it was directed passes, accurate passes. So I'll give him the strength. I'll give him the strength for those long passes. Now, defensively, I still feel like he needs to engage more, be more aware when balls are coming into the box. Too often it's like we keep him in particular. He always wants to have the players in front of him. Like sometimes you're gonna have to get tight and muscle up and body up and try to win that ball. You can't always just be in your own little area to defend. So yeah, I would say for me, King on the ball very good. Had a few moments where the composure is just like putting me in this heart attack area where if him just don't hurry up and pass the ball, he can lose it. But look, I can't really knock King so much for this performance. I think him and Holgate, the first time they played together, they held it together pretty decent, I must say. I don't think, my dad, I spoke to him, as my dad sent a message at halftime to me, and he was saying, the defense looks a little open to him, which I think, both of these two players, King and Holgate, they really want to operate off of the action and then pounce. And so sometimes, you never have that player that's going to go win the ball. Holgate kind of took on that mantle a bit more, got into more challenges. King was kind of, but they both were doing it in their own sense. But I would say King gets some bonus points for sure for scoring that late penalty. So for me, I'm gonna say Richard King gets a 7. All right, Richard King gets a 7 for me. I had one say Davis was a spectator pretty much all of the first half, 5 out of 10, 4.8 of that is from first half. 6.5, don't think he could have saved any of those goals and saved us at the end. All right, so Rob Smith seen Shaquan's performance in a different light from some of the others in the chat and myself, even though just one more than what I gave. Busy might still turn up. He hasn't been replaced from my knowledge. Yeah, I think they should let the young man just recover star because collapse pan feel a serious thing them there. Punora said King is a 8.5. Rob Smith says 7.5 because of defend. Again, his defending scare me. Yeah, that's why I only gave him a 7. I mean, I have to look at the both sides of the ball, and I wasn't really overly, happy with the defensive display. You know what I'm saying? King with a 7, changing my score for King to a 7, says Fresh God. Okay, so that must be the pen get him a little extra. Big up yourself as well, Fresh. Long time when I see you, bro. Big up. I thought we could have been punished with better striker. Holgate gets a 7. All right. I think Holgate was better defensively than King, I will say. Holgate actually was a lot more. I think the first time we saw him play in Jamaica, he was giving away the ball quite a bit. That kind of went out of his game today. Didn't really see him forcing those long passes. When he did go long, it was usually along the ground. So yeah, the distribution I was fine with. I think he went for a few mazy runs in the second half that I would like him to keep control a bit more because he left us open at the back a few times. But all in all, I thought it was a good performance. Showed leadership around the back as well. So I'm going to say he gets a 6.5. I would give him the same as King, but I think, conceding the 2 goals, him on the back line, it was too much space, and pretty much everybody was culpable for leaving too much space. So he was back there as well. So I'll say a 6.5. I don't think it was as bad as his performance the last time in terms of the red card and everything. But another thing I'll give him points for, he got a yellow card in the first half pretty early, and his style of play. So for him to not really get close to getting another yellow, I'll give him an extra little nudge. So I'll say a 6.5 for Holgate for me. What do you guys think? I think I saw a 7 for Holgate and a 6.5 so far. I don't know what else people think, but I'm thinking that's what he got. Now let's move on to our captain for the day, Amari Bell. I saw Red Skull earlier on have this to say about Amari Bell, that Amari Bell is a baller and that it was Red Skull's man of the match. Now, I don't know how many of you will agree with that, but I had one gave Holgate a 6. So good average there, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 6. I think in that general area, 6 to 6.5 is probably a good rating for Holgate in this one. Yes, the pitch gets 100. Yes, Ty. we're actually able to pass the damn ball. All right, so Amari Bell for me, I thought he played well. I thought he played well. I thought he saved us a few times when Holgate and King were even, beaten with passes or whatever the case was. He did a good job marking Cardenas all the way across the box and blocking a shot one time. I thought defensively he was very solid. Captain's role done well, was a lead out there. Very secure on the ball. I don't remember him really losing the ball today. So yeah, Amari Bell for me probably gets a 7. I thought he had a really good performance. I thought that right-hand side, he pretty much kept Cardenas pretty quiet. Most of the times when teams got in behind us, it was down that left-hand side. The goal did come, that first goal did come from the right side, but it was more of just a passing build-up goal than, him getting running behind and crossed or something. So I just think we all had a false sense of security after going up 2-0, and maybe that caused a little lull in concentration. Let's see, Punra said Bell gets a 6.5. Bell was good, 7.5. Always steady, never great. I will take steady though. Yeah, very rarely is he like, oh my gosh, he was incredible. But it's a baseline. He doesn't go below this. That's what I like about him. He's just here.
and it's a 7 to a 7.5, 6.5, the lowest, like that's what I'm going to give you every time. And I'll take that. Almost cost us a goal second half. Who did? Bell? Oh, Holgate did. Yeah. Bell 7, Bell is 7. I think you mean Bell. Bell 7 by me, yes. All right, so I gave Bell a 7 as well. Now over to the right back side, Dexter Lembikisa. Look, I thought the first half he played extremely well, linking up play with Dixon really nicely on that side. Calm in possession, never got flustered. I think the second half is when we saw a bit of the things kind of creeping with him. Again, he hasn't been able to like be consistently playing for this entire season. You could see the legs kind of giving a bit, and then mentally he was making a few mistakes. You saw one over the top that he misjudged. You saw another one where he got played in behind as well, too far up the pitch, losing the ball. So, it was tough. I mean, a couple of times when we got caught out, it was just a bad pass. But some of the times I think his positioning was a bit left wanting, and I think a part of that is just he ran out of legs. But I thought in the first half he was excellent. So I think I tailor 2 halves for Dexter. Don't think it was terrible, but I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. Yeah, he needs fitness. I'm glad you pointed that out, Punrai. To me, it was obvious in the second half how much less he had in the tank. You know what I mean? Moving into midfield now. So Rob gave him more than I did. He gave him a 7. Said he needs to get fit. Dexter gets a 6 from I had 1 and Punrai and myself. But Rob with a 7 for Dexter. So that is it. All right. So Isaac Hayden, the fulcrum in the midfield. I thought in the first half he pretty much didn't put a foot wrong. Second half, he got a little bit tired as well. You could see, but he was still working. Had that one bad pass that caused a shot on target in that first half. But I thought, very calm in possession, was able to turn out the pressure well when he was pressured. But I think the key for him is, very rarely does he receive the ball under pressure. He's very intelligent where he decides to stand when we're building out. And you could see his influence on the team today, always having the outlet there to get it played through. So I liked his performance a lot. I think he was really good, like nicking the ball in midfield as well. Not fouling, but challenging and winning the ball. So yeah, I liked his performance today. I'm gonna say I'm going to give Isaac Hayden actually a 7 today. I thought Isaac Hayden played really well. I know in the second half it wasn't quite as good overall as a team, but I thought he was one of the few that his performance really didn't dip. He pretty much was doing the same things he was doing in the first half, in the second half. So, yeah, kudos to him. I'm going to give Isaac Hayden a 7 in the midfield. I liked him today. Hayden was a 6 today with his passes. Yeah, he had that one bad pass that almost caused a problem. But I thought other than that, he was pretty secure. All right, moving into the midfield, we have Jonathan Russell. I thought his first half, excellent. Second half, like many other Jamaican teams, his influence in the game started to drop. But I think he was really good. If Hayden gets a 7, I think Russell gets about the same, to be honest. I think it was heading towards like an 8.5 performance, but the legs did go a bit in that second half. So I'm going to keep him at the 7 as well. So John Russell gets a 7 for me, but trust me, John Russell, I mean, damn. Is he too slow, people? Did he look too slow for you? Was he too slow? I keep telling people that intelligence and technique can trump speed in that midfield area any day of the week. And you saw him was turning people easy because he's smart and he have technique. So he don't need no 100-meter speed to play in that midfield. He don't have the 100-meter speed and he doesn't need it. He's still effective out there. So Russell, a strong 7 for me. Just fell off a bit in the second half, but I think that could be said about pretty much every player. Now, to me, the maestro in the midfield today for sure, though, was Casey Palmer. He had a bit more free of a role, creative in that midfield. Was still tracking back as well and putting in that shift, but this didn't have as much responsibility in that sense today. I thought he was really good, man. Almost every attack that a through pass was played in on goal, it was him playing that through pass. I remember Burrell putting in for a goal. I remember him putting in Russell nicely. I remember him putting in Cephas one time as well on the left. I think he played the pass to Cephas before the penalty. It was actually Russell that played that one. because I want him to play the cutback. But yeah, Panenka penalty as well. Arguably his best performance in Jamaican colours, I would say. The best I'd seen him play before this, honestly, would have been the Cuba match. He didn't score in that game, but I thought he influenced the game quite a bit that game, the one in the stadium. But yeah, for me, he's gonna be the highest score or close to it. So I'm gonna say Casey gets an 8. Um, if the second half was more, if they continued after they got the second goal in the same vein, I would have said he would have been at 8.59. But you can't argue with his output today. Goal and an assist, he took the shot that rebounded to Burrell. So yeah, good performance from Casey for sure. I'm gonna say he gets an 8. Now moving into the attack, we'll start on the right hand side today. Starting out was Kaheem Dixon. So Kaheem Dixon, I thought, started out the game brightly. Had a really good spell of plays on that right hand side, linking up with Burrell, linking up with Russell and Lembikisa. Real tidy as well when the ball came in. One time I remember the diagonal coming across, he played a nice little layoff to Russell, laid it back to him, then another one touch. So Kaheem was really starting the game nicely, made some good tracking back tackles as well. So you know that when he's out there on that wing, he's going to give you that energy. But just needed a little bit more composure in front of goal. Had a really good chance. Burrell set up for him, couldn't get it on target, and took a really great shot on the top of the box in the second half, but it was blocked. So yeah, Dixon, I thought started out well, but really and truly faded. And I think you could see like the physicality needs to improve. Sometimes, especially on his left foot, he just doesn't have the strength to cross the ball. Like one at a time, he cut back onto his left and just couldn't kick the ball hard enough. So look, I think Dixon was probably a 6 today, if I'm being honest. Maybe a 6.5, but I'm gonna say he gets a 6. Workman like, not bad. I wouldn't give him lower than a 6, but yeah, I'd say a 6 for him today. A couple times when the ball came to his feet, you could see the tempo wasn't quite the same. The speed of thought wasn't quite the same. A bit extra touches, a bit extra time for them to kind of set their side back up. So Dixon gets a 6 for me today. Not terrible, but not the best performance from Dixon. On the left side today was Ronaldo Cephas to start the game. Boy, I must tell you, he drew 2 penalties today, so that's going to increase his score quite a bit. Still needs work with the decision making at times. Even on the penalty, the first one, there was a simple layoff to Russell. He decided to split 2 people. Now, it worked out to be a penalty, but again, he had simplicity on his side there. But again, sometimes with players of that nature, you don't want to take that out of his game either. So it's a fine line to find. Where I can cuss him though is that play when the play was played across the box. He turned it with his back to goal. He has Dixon running one side. He has another player closing in on him in the next side. I think it was Palmer, and he decided to try a back heel, got the rebound and scuffed the rebound as well. That one play he could have done better, but you have to give him credit at the end of that game. 90 plus minutes. Bell plays a through pass and it looks to be overhit. He doesn't give up on it, puts on the burners, and he gets the touch to get the penalty. So for me, Cephas right there with Casey Palmer and the rest, he gets an 8 from me. All right, so Cephas with an 8 from me. Look, I'll live with what he does if he can give me those action moments like he did today. I'll live with a few mistakes on the ball. I'll live with it. I'm sorry. That speed is crazy. Like that pass, I was like, Amari, why he pass it so hard? Oh, but he's gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what people saying. Dixon. Shower curtain boss. I always call him a luxury player. Yeah, you do. Does well when he has space. Yeah, when you give him the luxury to be a luxury player, he'll do well. Yeah, so when we play tougher teams, maybe he's not the answer. But against a team that you're gonna be the protagonist on the front foot, playing. Dixon need to join Dexter, Jody, Trudy, and Tough Mother. If he gets space, he's good, but once he gets tight, he struggles bad. But even in the first half today, shower curtain, you see him turn pan a man and drive away and say, yo, that me I cuss you out every time I ever see you play. Cephas got to be the highest on the pitch. He created 2 pens. Yeah, I have him and Casey as right there. 8. Man of the matches. I hope he does a lot of strength training in the off season. Yeah, he's gonna need it. Cephas 8.5, 8.5, 7 with all his hard work. Said Punrai. Love the shot from Borrell. Yeah, it was a nice finish. That Gale Force speed was unnatural. All right, and the starting striker today made his debut, Roman Borrell, League One, Burton Albion. And if you watched any of his clips from his season, the goal he scored was so much like some of the ones I saw. Always, the first to react to rebounds and little bounces in the box. Casey Palmer took a shot that Philip could only parry. And, even though a player was marking him pretty closely, he was able to set his feet beautifully and kind of flip it over his shoulder with his right foot to make it 2-0 at the time. Other than that, I thought he was a bit starved for service, even though he did get a couple of good opportunities. The best chance he had, it was a bit off center to the left. He made a decent run, and Palmer played him through, and the keeper did well to close down the space. He should have chipped it if he could have, but it was on his weaker foot, so I'm not going to kill him. But I just liked his endeavor, I liked his pressing, his movement up front. I love how whenever players advanced towards him, he never made a straight line run. It was always a side diagonal run. Even the setup for Dixon's chance that he missed, it was him making that run diagonally into the channel. I think the style that he plays with fits Jamaica very well. It didn't see much of him holding up the play back to goal, but I don't really think that the way McLaren wants to play, that's like the most necessary thing. I think he prefers his strikers to play a little bit more on the last line and over and try to hit them beyond their left or right shoulders. And I think that's the type of runs that Borrell was making the whole time. So didn't quite last the 90 minutes, but he did get a goal on his debut. So I'm going to say Borrell gets a 7. Borrell gets a 7. Also, I need to also point out that Borrell off the ball, brilliant. Never stopped pressing, never stopped tracking. If he couldn't press, he made sure to shield the right area. So intelligent in his defensive work as well. Yeah, I love the shot too. Borrell is a 7, like his movement off the ball and work rate. Punrai, I didn't even read your comment, but I just said the same thing. So big up for seeing the same thing, my brother. Rob Smith says 7, great goal runs, like to see him on the ball more. Yeah, I need to watch the game again, Rob, to really truly analyze, like, is it him not really putting himself in the best areas to touch the ball more, or what? So that's why I didn't want to comment too much on that, like how little touches I saw him have. But I'll watch the game again before I make a further judgment on that side of it, because I do want to do once basically what will happen is tomorrow Nigeria and Ghana match will happen, so we'll know who we're going to face on Saturday. So I'll do a preview for that and also kind of wrap up the post match of the first game, because I like to watch the game twice before really like getting too analytic. Acrobatic, strong, works hard, tracks back. 8 for me. Yeah, look, I'm okay with giving him an 8. My highest players so far is Palmer and King with 8s. No, not Palmer and King. Yeah, Palmer and Cephas, sorry, with 8s. So I just don't think Borrell was as good as them. So that's why. But you might have given higher scores for those other guys. So no problem. Cephas 8, Borrell 7.5. Yep, Rob Smith, true. Cephas would have a higher score if he passed to Dixon. Yeah, if his back's to goal there and he just lays it off to Dixon and it's a goal, Cephas gets a 9 because he has the 2 pens and the assist. But I can't. I have to mark off for those. I mean, those are the times when you really need it to work, because it's a goal if you do the right thing there. All right, so let's see who came off the bench today, people. So this is the team that ended. So the first subs was Daniel Green. He came on for Borrell, and Cephas went central. So yeah, Daniel Green, boy, I'm sorry, Daniel. I have to give you like a 3, bro. I have to give you like a 3. I mean, literally every time you touch the ball, you gave it away. You got a yellow card. He just didn't play well, Daniel. He didn't play well. So I'm going to give Daniel Green a 3. Other substitutes that came on, Ravel Morrison. Look, I didn't see enough drive from Ravel. It's very silky, very tidy. But I wanted a little bit more, to be honest. I think when he came on is about the time when we kind of dropped a little in the game, so that's not a good look for him. But I mean, one thing's for sure, he doesn't look unfit. He looks fit, he looks fit. So, maybe next game we see more of him from the start. Maybe not, though. I think the coach maybe wants to probably keep this midfield three together again, especially against what is likely to be a stronger opponent for the next game. So let's see where he fits in. But yeah, Green was so bad. The less said about him, the better. I would say Ravel gets about a 5.5, 6. I'll give him a 6. I don't think he was bad, but I wanted a bit more drive. I'll say drive. It was too static when he got the ball at times, just wanting to slow the game down. And even when it's 2-2, we need to have a little bit more drive in that midfield from him, especially. There's a play in particular where he exchanged passes with Hayden and had a whole bunch of space in front of him, and he was just reluctant to drive it forward. He just wanted to play a simple pass and play a wall pass with someone again. So Ravel Morrison for me gets a 5.5, I'll say. I mean, 6 is, I don't even think he deserved the 6, to be honest. I'll say a 5.5 for Ravel Morrison. Want more influence from him next game if he gets more game time. The other players that came off the bench, I think it was just Greg Lee came on for Kaheem Dixon eventually. Didn't really do much. He had that header that was saved. But other than that, didn't really do much in terms of touching the ball. So I'll say Greg Lee gets a standard 6, Ravel a 6 for taking the ball to the corner and holding it up. Ravel didn't have much impact. No, I would agree. It was not that big of an impact at all. His level was lower than Casey. Greg was a 5.5. Yeah, I'll give Greg a 6. I'll give him a little more than Ravel because he did have that opportunity, that shot on goal with the header. Rob said he usually scored those. I think he would have done well to score that because you have to remember that ball has no pace on it. So he's having to generate all the pace because it was kind of a looping cross by Cephas. So I'm not going to kill him too hard for that. But yeah, I was going to give him a 5.5 like Ravel, but I'll give him the extra 0.5 because he had that shot on target, So yeah, that is pretty much it. I'll say I'll leave Steve McLaren's rating for when I watch the game again because I think I need to analyze it a bit more. But yeah, Ravel came on when it was 2-2 and Hayden and Russell was tired, so he tried making himself available as much to be on the ball. But 5.5 did not see enough, but still impacted the game. Yeah, I think his impact was light. I think where he impacted it was, as you're right, Hayden and Russell had stopped really coming for the ball as much because they were leggy. So Morrison kind of took that upon himself to make sure he got on the ball to advance it. But, I just wanted him to even advance it more when he got it at times. I think he was too ready to just play a wall pass with Bell and get it right back and play a wall pass with Hayden, Push the team forward too. We have attackers up there, get them the ball. When you say you watch him put those away. Yeah, well, the goal against USA, the difference was that the ball was looping like that, but I think it was a little closer to the goal as well. So he could beat Turner with pace from closer. But that header was like just outside like the 6-yard box, like about 8 to 10 yards away. So, I mean, he just didn't have enough power on it to beat the keeper. It would have had to have been directed perfectly, and it was too close to the keeper to beat him. So, I'm not going to kill him so much. But yes, I have seen him score goals like that for his club, and the one he scored for Jamaica was similar. But people, that is it. As I said, I like to watch the game one more time. So, I will watch the replay of the game, take my notes, forward block. More than likely, it will be tomorrow night. Like I said, I'll be busy tomorrow. I hate that I'm missing the Nigeria-Ghana game. I would love to bring that to you right here in live watch-along form, but it's just not going to be possible. I have to go to the airport tomorrow. So more than likely tomorrow night, we'll have learned what the matchups are going to be for Saturday. So we'll do a show just kind of recapping this game in full. Obviously, we did player ratings today already, so it will be more about what I saw tactically, different phases of play, things that we saw that we might have learned that we didn't know before. Try to pick up some trends of the Jamaica team because McLaren is starting to see something develop with how we want to play. Definitely a much more passing system than in coaches past, I must say. But yeah, Good signs today. I thought a part of the reason why the second half wasn't as good, and we've spoken about this at length. The coach says that he wants to give opportunity to certain players, and when we get the chance to give them the opportunity, they don't get it. So Makala didn't play, Ming didn't play, and I think the team needed some freshening at times. But it is what it is. Hopefully, the lesson to fans is let's pick the team that we think he'll trust everybody so that we can actually cuss him for not subbing when he doesn't make subs. Because I've been telling everyone, I think part of the reason why we cuss him so much for that is because he looks on the bench sometime and he don't like what he see to bring them on. So it's going to be important in the World Cup qualifying, the Gold Cup, that we pick a squad and not be so focused on the players that will start and who will come off the bench. Because not every game the same 5 people will come off the bench. The game might require different solutions, right? So that's my last take of the day. But again, really, really pleased with the victory. Second half, not the best, but the first half I was really happy with. So hopefully we can put together 2 halves of football like the first. You know what I mean? Davis killed the whole team. Momentum. Green, not available. Ravel, 0 impact. 5. Greg, 6 average. It's embarrassing people hyping a player in the 3rd tier of UAV football. Only Jamaicans. He was nervous from the start. Good game, please, especially with first half. Davis was poor. Great show as always. Family comes first, big man. Yeah, man, Punrai. I have to make sure them reach airport safe, So tomorrow afternoon, I'm not gonna send wife for the long journey for the airport car. Yeah, Atlanta airport, I'm gonna leave out, and it's a good little stretch. So I'm gonna do the driving. Passing was good looking. Never seen us pass so much. Maybe when I'm in the car, I'll just do a little live update or something. Because I probably will make her drive. Let me not tell a lie, but I don't want her to drive alone. So I'll be in the car with her, so I can watch the game. Giving opportunities turns into Davis. Not necessarily. We have others we could give opportunities to. But people, I'm sure that there will be plenty of people live now, so you can keep on getting your fix and fill of Jamaican Reggae Boyz talk and content. Like I said, I have beaten what I can out of this game today. I'm an analytics guy, so I want to watch the game again, break it down, and I'll come to you with a nice structured post-match show. It will be a live show where you guys can tune in, watch along. I'll probably have a call-in as well. So Peter Mystic always want to know when the call-ins will happen. I will have a call-in on that post-match, and I'm going to try to do it tomorrow. Hopefully I can find a slot of time where we're not encroaching on everybody else's time, but we'll figure it out and set a stream up, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about the games on Saturday and also to close out this one with a few more analytic breakdowns. All right, so people, thanks so much for supporting the channel. It was my pleasure bringing you this content today. I'm so glad that we were able to get the 3-2 victory, and you got it all right here on the program. Only 8% of you voted for Trinidad. That's rough, but Trinidad did put up a great fight. Congrats to them and their team as well. I think Dwight York is improving the way they play as well, and that was evidenced about in the second half when they were definitely the better team for a longer portion of that second half. So big ups to them, wishing them good luck in their World Cup qualifying games they have coming up, and also in the Gold Cup, as long as they're not facing us. That's our neighbors, people. So even though it's a rivalry, we don't really hate them. At least I don't. So big up everyone in the chat. Big up I had one, Punroy. Big up Rob for sticking around most of the show. Big up Shower Curtain for tuning in late. Big up Punroy. Big up BM. Big up MF as well. Big up to Fresh God. Big up Ty. Big up to every single person that tuned in. All those who will miss out, don't take it personal. Big up on yourself, and thanks again for tuning in. At the end of these streams, we usually say these words. I am Jason Gooner. This is Jason Gooner TV. And come on, you Reggae Boyz.